Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the United Gamedom podcast. I am one of your hosts, Darren, and this is episode 73 of the United Gamedom podcast. This is going to be our E3 special 2017. It has in the record books now, and we're recording this quite late in my time zone. With me, of course, is Denis. Hello, Denis. How you doing this evening?
Pretty good. 360 something days to go until E3 2018. Can't wait.
Yeah, can't
wait.
Yeah, the show. Will Below be there again? It wasn't this year. It wasn't shown this year for once because I looked up online. It's actually on hiatus at the moment.
Metroid Prime 4 coming in 5 years.
Metroid Prime will be out before flipping Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake at this point.
Yeah, they didn't talk about those. That's right.
Yeah, because Tetsuya Nomura's on them, and you know how he does with games. Like when he's on the helm, it's like, yep, it's going to take a decade to come out. Like Final Fantasy 15.
Yep.
And of course, Minnesota Miracle Man, Derek. Hello, Derek. How you doing?
Hello. Pretty good.
Fresh off Iron Maiden.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still pretty tired today too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, at least I'm
just made it in time with the little car trouble.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But
yeah, it's good to hear though. Anyway, because I would have been a bit annoyed if I missed it.
yeah, especially because
Because
it's
of that?
over $100 per ticket.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
jeez. Was it a stadium?
Yeah, it's stadium. Yep.
Stadium, okay.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
had seats too. We were like in the lower level, kind of in the middle.
Was like a good view of the
Oh, yeah.
stage now?
Oh yeah, it was a really good view. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he put some photos on Facebook. It's a pretty good view.
Yeah. Okay, I haven't seen them yet though, so I'll have to check them out later. But this isn't about music now, as much as we want to talk. Sometimes we want to talk about music, but it's all about video games. This episode. E3 2017 has come and gone, and it wasn't the best year. Now there was like some interesting games coming out though. Some we already knew about. They got release dates and the like. Other ones were announced, but there weren't like any big bombshell announcements now like previous years have though. But
I thought it was a pretty bad
of course
E3, in my opinion.
You think it was a bad
Yep.
E3? Oh, okay. Why do you think so?
There's really nothing of importance that was announced. Like, there's no... Like, previous years, you had Shenmue 3, which was announced, or, Final Fantasy and stuff like that, and people went, oh my god, so the big surprise. And this year, what did you get? Beyond Good and Evil 2, maybe? That XCOM Mario game, maybe? Nothing really out of the ordinary came out of that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Beyond Good and Evil 2 is one of those, limbo games that like a lot of people were looking for, like wanted to happen now, like Shenmue 3, like Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and the only one left now is the Half-Life 3. That's the only
Yeah.
one left in that category. And we don't think that's going to happen anytime
No,
soon.
it's not.
because
It's never going
Valve
to
don't-
happen, in my opinion.
Valve don't deal in threes.
Yep.
There are games like Half-Life 2, Portal 2, Dota 2.
Yep.
They never do threes.
The only 3 they did is Diablo.
That's Blizzard.
Yeah, well, okay, sorry. Wrong company.
No, they don't do threes.
No, they don't do that. Yeah.
except for 3 games on Steam sometimes.
Yep.
But anyway, we'll be going through each of the conferences and sort of what some of the games that stood out to us as well. We're not going to try to go through every single detail now because it's late and I want to go to bed at a reasonable time. No offense now. But we'll get things on. Like, it's interesting this year as well because usually we start, it's Microsoft first, and then it's like, but this time it actually started like at Saturday.
Yeah, 1 week ago.
1 week ago
Yep.
now. It started with EA, which is usually the second conference it starts. Actually, no, it's more like the third if you count Bethesda, which we'll talk about later
Yep.
on. EA conference is usually one of the worst. Was one of like the lower tier ones. It's like, yeah, there might be something come out of it that might be interesting though, but usually it's like, hey, it's sports. If you care about sports, this is great. But if you don't care about sports like myself, then a lot of it's like, nah, don't
You
care.
like sports?
And
Mm-hmm.
if you like sports and if you like esports, because holy
Okay.
crap did they
Yep.
flipping go overboard with the esports stuff this
Yep.
year. I was like, yes, okay, we get it. You want to make these games like esports, big deals.
Yep.
But I don't care. To show these people online on the stage and on videos and that, there's like, yeah, I don't care who they are. Like if I followed them I might, but I don't care. Like there's people out there that might like them, but I don't care. So I just want to see some games that are more appeal to me, but this wasn't the case.
Hmm.
What did you guys think of the EA conference? I thought it was
One of the worst.
There's a few
It was either this one that was the worst or Bethesda that was the worst. It's hard to say.
Oh, the Bethesda Direct, you mean?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it was. I would say one of the worst with Microsoft. I thought Microsoft was
Okay.
better.
Really? Okay.
I'm curious to see what.
So-
Okay, we'll get your thoughts on that later, I guess.
Like the
But
thing
I
about the
just-
EA is like it had a lot of stuff that I couldn't care less about, like all
Yeah,
the sports
yeah.
stuff. I don't care about Battlefront at all. Battlefield 1 I don't care about. At least with like Bethesda, like the stuff was like at least somewhat interesting. The problem with that, it was, super short and like it didn't even need to exist.
And at midnight on a Sunday night for me, anyway.
Well, yeah, it was 11 here,
Yeah.
but yeah, totally. It was like, why is it so late?
Yep.
And why is it so short? You
I know
couldn't
it's
put
9
a video
o'clock
on
over
it.
there, but jeez, that's late.
Yeah, there was apparently there was like stuff beforehand though, like they were doing stuff beforehand before the actual
Ye-
conference happened.
Yeah,
That's
they had
why
like
there was
a
that stage.
carnival or something there, which didn't really come across at all in the press conference.
Yeah, it's pretty much press play and here's the fucking video, like Nintendo.
But
pretty
yeah, the
much.
guy comes out and says like one thing, and then there's a big long video,
Yep.
and then he comes back and like they have one more.
Yeah, and that was practically it was like 30 to 40 minutes, so it
Yep.
was. It wasn't like, but we'll get to that eventually. Just going in order, we're going in chronological order. We're getting a little too ahead of ourselves at this moment though. But yeah, it was lazy.
There was one standout game though from EA,
Yes,
a nice
That's,
little surprise.
yes, it's A Way Out.
Yep.
It's done by the guy who did Brothers Tale of Two Sons.
Yep.
This is a new game. It's a co-op game. You play these two guys, and it's set in, like, you break out of prison, and then like the sort of events afterwards. And this is a game that's basically you have to play this in co-op, or else you're not going to get the full experience of it.
And you also have
thankfully-
to play split screen as well.
Yep.
Yes. And thankfully it is online.
Yeah, online
because
co-op.
I would have been a bit annoyed. There's online on this here though, so that's a good thing as well. But do you guys think it looked good to me? I'm very much looking
Yeah, it
forward
looked
to this.
really
Yeah, very interesting.
different.
like
The big draw for me is like the gameplay and how you're doing, you're playing co-op on the same screen but it's split screen because you're different characters.
Yep.
And you're kind of doing things at the same time, either distracting guards or doing like a puzzle where you're trying to coordinate your actions.
Hmm.
That's what's interesting about it. Like the Prison Break setting is like it's okay, but the gameplay looks really interesting.
One guy distracting the guard, the other guy is doing something else, like putting some stuff in a machine, so the machine blows up and stuff like that. That looks really interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool how like the screen size will change depending on what kind of action each character is doing.
Yeah.
So like if it's a bigger action scene, like the one side of the screen will be bigger, and then like if the other character isn't really doing as much, then it'll be smaller.
Hmm.
It's kind of neat.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bit like 24. So it is the way they did things when it turns like sometimes like a bit more like a thing. It's a bit more highlighted though. It's bigger screen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Other than that, there wasn't a whole lot to be honest. Though I'd say like you say, yeah, Battlefield 1. I haven't played it though. I'm still interested in playing that game.
Yeah, me
mainly
too.
Just because the single
Yeah.
player. They showed off the new Rise of the Tsar DLC. It's like winter, so it is, and you basically brave the cold and out there. Look, it looks quite interesting, so it does. But I say I haven't played the actual game yet, and I'll probably get it maybe sometime down the road. But at the moment, not on my radar.
No. It'll become free anyway for EA Access, so I'm waiting for that.
You still on it then?
Yeah, I
are
am.
you? Okay. Do you actually use it?
Yeah, sometimes I played a couple of games on that. Couple of them. Not lately because there's not anything interesting coming out, but yeah, it's some of them I played, and I'm glad I didn't spend too much money for some of those games. So yeah.
Yeah, I think the best thing about it though, like it is, I think it's like 20 quid a year here, but like I think the best thing about it is like, hey, when a new EA game comes out, you have like the trial.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you get like a week before, like a lot of days before it actually comes out as well. It's like, hey, good, I want to try this here game and say, how if I like it, I'll go out and buy it then. Because I'm not gonna buy it on digital though, because it says like, hey, you get the 10% discount. It's still you can still probably get it cheaper physically.
Is that PC or Xbox One only?
There's both of them.
And
Both of them have their own.
Okay.
They're called different
Yeah.
things on both platforms, but they both have their own little EA thing going
I
on.
think it's like Origin Access or something on
Yeah,
PC
Origin
and
on
EA
PC. Yeah,
Access on
yeah.
Xbox One, yeah. Like I signed up for it when like it was first out though, but then it's just like I wasn't like you just didn't bother resubscribing though, because renewing it because it's like not worth wasn't worth it. Like I wasn't really using it that much to be honest. And most of the games are coming out as like sports games, and like I don't really care to be honest. Like the only ones I played would be like NHL and FIFA.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't go I'm away and play them for hours on end, or like I'll dabble them for like a bit here and there, but no point. Like I wouldn't touch Madden. Like I played that Rory McIlroy golf, and it wasn't that great though. It was like one of the worst golf games I played. So it was a big step down from like the previous Tiger Woods games. But yeah.
Anyway.
Back to the conference. Yep, tangent there. Need for Speed Payback, or should we call it Need for Speed Fast and the Furious?
Yeah, pretty
seems
much.
to be the consensus.
As someone who has not seen those movies, I don't get that reference at all. But it seems more like Burnout.
It's
to me.
exactly really Fast and Furious. Well, there's some Burnout in there with the collision thing and the takedowns and all that, but when they go after the truck, it's Fast and Furious. Pretty much ripped from the movies.
Seems like Spy Hunter.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit like
As
Spy
somebody who
Hunter.
has not seen those movies, seems like Spy Hunter.
Yeah, pretty much. That looks interesting. I don't know if there's enough there to warrant a purchase, but it looks interesting. Looks like an interesting thing.
The last one I played was the Most Wanted one, 2012.
Yeah.
And that was like added like just added like HMV thing when I had these like gaming kiosks though, and I played it there for a bit, and that was it. I never played Rivals. I never played the one that came out a few years ago, that MFE one.
Yeah.
Didn't touch it, no. So
I played the beta for the full motion video one. I really liked it, and I was waiting for like a price drop to get it, and I
The
haven't
Run?
gotten around to buying it. No, the
no,
Run's
the
terrible.
one that
The most recent one.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
oh, you played the Run then, Derek?
Yeah, I played it. It's terrible.
I have it
I
on
didn't actually-
EA Access. I downloaded it.
I didn't mind it so much though, but it was like very short though. Like I would have been bit miffed if I paid full price for this game or something.
I
was
didn't
like-
play. I paid like less than $10, but I thought it was terrible.
Still, I think that's a bit too much. It's like 2-3 hours or something, if that,
Yeah.
in the actual campaign itself.
The Mass
yeah,
Effect killer was shown.
Yeah, but that wasn't
Yeah.
shown here. They're just
Well,
saying,
they
hey, it's a new...
right. They revealed
Yeah.
the new IP,
Yeah,
Anthem.
Anthem, which is basically, hey, the actual font of this game looks awfully familiar.
Yeah. Doesn't it?
Yes. Another game that's done by, under the team,
Yep.
Respawn, pretty much. I'm gonna say it's set in the Titanfall universe. Calling it now.
It does look like Titanfall a
Have-
whole lot.
Yeah, hence why would they have the same font? That's what I'm curious about. Why would they have the same font of it's just it's a very similar font though. Like it has to be sort of set in this same universe or something.
So Anthem
along
is
those
trying to
lines.
kill two franchises, you're telling me?
Yeah, but it's a completely different, type of
Yeah.
game compared to like the first person shooter now. But yeah, Anthem was revealed at the EA Access at the EA conference, and then it was like, okay, I'm gonna show the actual gameplay at the Microsoft conference, which we'll get to in a bit. But yeah, it was like a Mass Effect killer or something, because apparently most of the team focused on this here. Like, I think you read the article about it on Kotaku, was it, Derek?
I read it.
Yeah, I saw it too. I read it too.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of the team that was working on Andromeda got pulled to work on Anthem, so that contributed to a lot of the issues that Andromeda had.
Yeah, like the whole, graphics and like bugs and stuff like that, and why it didn't look, up to par compared to like, other games that came out at the same time. It's like the, facial animations and all that were really bad, and it's like, yeah.
And zero
That's,
mentions of Mass Effect anywhere in the press conference. Not in the sizzle roll, not in anything. Didn't even see it.
Yeah, well, when they basically say, oh, we're basically killing off this series for the time being because of how bad it's underperformed and stuff like that, like they're not going to go out of their way and say, hey, Mass Effect's here, Mass Effect, we still care about Mass Effect.
There's still DLC coming out for that too, so.
Is there really now?
Yeah.
Like, still doing that?
Yeah, there's 2 pieces of DLC coming out for that.
Okay.
I think one in July and one in September or October, I think. So.
If there actually was DLC, wouldn't they actually have the decency to sort of mention it?
That's what I was thinking. They would probably drop, a DLC for Mass Effect Andromeda coming, but they probably don't want to talk about that game at all, so.
Yeah, it just seems like, oh, we don't want to, this game give us a bad reputation, or we just want to, skirt fucking brush it under the carpet or something, just don't care about it at this point, though. Just like, yeah, it's all about Anthem.
Yep.
That's why everyone's going over here now. It's all about Anthem. We don't care about Mass Effect anymore.
Exactly.
Just seemed to be the case.
Remember Anthem? Look at Anthem.
Yeah. I'm gonna get Andromeda sometime though and see how it is.
I actually enjoyed it, so.
Yeah, you enjoyed it. There's a few other people that seem to enjoy it, but the consensus is this is not up to the usual standards of the Mass Effect series now. The last thing I think was sort of, it was the Battlefront 2 multiplayer, which they could have just cut all that out though. I don't know why they had to show off the multiplayer this year for so long.
I thought they were going to show off the single player when that girl came on the.
I would have I would have preferred that. Why did they have her out?
That seemed to be what they were really pushing. Is this has single player now.
Yeah.
But then all they show is multiplayer.
Yeah, they're gonna show it's the. Yeah, should have her out. What was her name? Javiva Gankar. Pipe. It's her name, and then she's talking about the story and out there, and I was like, yay, and didn't show anything. Hey, here's the multiplayer then. Let's have a match between 2 teams pretty much what they did with Battlefield 1 last year.
Yeah.
Except there was no
Weed.
Snoop Dogg. There's no Jimmy. There's no Wiz Khalifa. There was no Snoop Dogg. There's no Terry Crews. Although we did see Terry Crews somewhere else. Yep. There was no Jamie Foxx or Zac Efron in sight this year. So yeah. But yeah, I'm interested in it though, and mainly because more of the story though. Because
I'm interested in the single player.
Yeah, I played I got on PS4. Me and you got on PS4, Dennis, and we played a bit of it though. It's like, this is fine, but it's just
it's fine, but there's nothing here.
Yeah, it was just very bare bones.
Yeah.
So it was like all it was just the original trilogy stuff. There was no prequel trilogy, and some people were like, yeah, it's better off. I don't want to have the prequel trilogy though, but like I'd rather have more than it than there was.
Yeah.
There's like 4 maps.
And the prequel trilogy isn't all that bad. Like, not all of it is bad. You know what I mean? So there's memorable characters.
Yeah, Attack of the Clones is.
Yeah,
though.
it is. But I mean, you have Darth Maul. You have other characters that are pretty cool from that prequel. So I don't know why they didn't put it in the original, but they're gonna be in the Battlefront 2, so that's interesting.
Yeah. And like the story is taking place after the events of Return of the Jedi and goes up to like the events of The Force Awakens.
Yep.
So it's pretty much kind of like The Force Unleashed, where it took place between the events of between episode 3 and 4. This is basically the same thing between episode 6 and 7.
Yep.
So hopefully it's good though. I'm curious. I'm just more interested on the single player than the multiplayer.
I saw a little bit of gameplay from the single player elsewhere, and that's why I'm interested in that game. It looks very interesting. I think what they're doing with the story is going to be good. That's what's going to bring me to that game.
Anything else you want to mention before we move things on? Because of course, there's sports stuff shown. There's Madden, there's NBA, but like I say, don't care.
Yeah, well, Madden, FIFA, they have their own be a player career, like be a pro career or something like that. Where there's a story mode now in the game, where you get to play as.
There's that continuation of that FIFA thing as well.
Yeah.
They had that big Alex Hunter trailer though, where like, oh, he's a big star now and stuff.
Where
like
is he
that.
going?
Like,
Oh, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. We don't give a fuck.
But they open with Madden because that's probably the game that brings them all the money. So.
Yeah, it's always like it's their biggest seller next to FIFA, pretty much. And yeah, there's no sign of NHL as well.
That's what pissed me off the most. When you show off NBA Live and you don't show off at NHL, that kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, like why? I don't know. Like, does NBA Live actually sell that well?
I don't think so. I think the 2K game sells way better than that one.
Yeah, because it's like the better game overall. Like year in year out, every time the FIFA like EA have come and done the NBA thing, it's always been like this is not great though. It's the 2K games have been much better.
Yep.
And like that goes to show like several times I had to sort of like take a year or so off to like reboot it or something again, and like every time it's like it's still the same. It's not that great.
So it's like, I don't know, it's no mention of NHL at all. I found that kind of weird. Kind of disappointing.
Yeah. Oh well.
Sells well in Europe and Canada, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, this is in Canada now. This is in Toronto or something. Then of course we'll have NHL.
And Greeno's the only one who buys it in the United States.
Now I'm sure there's more people in the
I know.
States that buy. Just not probably not many compared to Madden.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah, Madden. I mean, I'm not mad that Madden was there because I know it sells a lot for them, so that's understandable. And FIFA is like the biggest sports game in the world, so that's understandable. But I don't know, it's weird. we can move on to Microsoft.
Yeah, so let's get moving on to Microsoft now. Microsoft's conference, they kicked things off with the whole Scorpio unveiling. It's known as the Xbox One X.
They did not learn anything from Nintendo with
Nope.
the Wii U.
And that's basically abbreviated to Xbox.
They were
Which is
tired
like,
of people
okay
calling
then.
it the Xbone, so now they fucking put it
Yeah.
Xbox. Yay.
It's the world's most powerful console.
Yeah.
It's going to have true sort of native 4K and should basically spin off a lot of,
The vapor chamber
tech
or
stuff.
whatever the fuck they call it.
Vapor chamber tech. It was like what 9 gigs gigabyte DDR, or was it 12 or something? I forget exactly.
Yeah.
6 billion transistors or whatever it is. So like, if you're a tech head, that's pretty cool. But I'm not like a tech head now.
Yeah, I mean that's good specs for sure, but
Yeah.
the price, holy fuck.
But yeah, like the announced the date was the announced the price of it later on, and then they announced the date. It's November 7th.
Yep.
So it is this year. So it is coming out this
Mhm.
year, and it's basically apparently the smallest Xbox console I've ever done as well.
Yep.
Which is not saying much because most of the other ones have been pretty big. Like, remember the original Xbox?
Yep, that was fucking
Yep.
GameCube ass fucking huge thing.
GameCube was huge. GameCube was a fucking
Small.
spec. That was small. in
The GameCube is
comparison to
small
it.
compared to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you never see this?
I saw
in
GameCube, but
person?
my memory is probably
It's pretty small.
yeah okay. But
It
yeah,
has a handle on it.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be able to carry it.
Yeah, the Xbox is like maybe twice the size, maybe
Yeah.
even more.
but
And it's heavy as hell, too.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I got it, I think it was the second edition because I got the clear one that you can see through, like the clear Xbox, original Xbox.
Oh, like I think. It's
I don't think they ever
Crystal,
did a
wasn't it?
slim, though. It was just like a...
No, they didn't do a
they
slim, but I
never-
think they redesigned it a little.
They did different colors and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing they did was like the slim was like the controller when that
Well,
came
yeah,
out,
the
the
S-
smaller
S
controller.
controller.
That's probably the shittiest
Yeah.
controller. One of the shittiest
Well,
controllers.
the original one, yes.
Yeah.
The S controller was really good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the S controller was
Yep.
great. The Duke, on the other hand, no, not so much. But yeah, they showed off that there, and then they announced the price later on was $499, which is pretty much the same price as the original Xbox One when it came out. So not surprised there.
Which means $699 there. Probably.
Yeah, which is apparently
Well, it's
400
nuts. It's like nuts when all it is just an upgraded Xbox One. It's not a new
Exactly.
console.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a new console generation, you know?
The controller's exactly the same as the Xbox One.
Yeah, and you don't even get an Elite controller.
Yeah,
either.
exactly.
Yeah, like there's the same thing. PS4 Pro came out; it was the same price as when the
Yep.
original.
Well, yeah,
PlayStation-
because it's
when
just an
PS
upgraded
PlayStation
PS4.
Yeah,
It's not a whole new console.
but it was the same price as well when it came out. It was $399.
Mhm.
So yeah, so it's just
Yeah,
like,
so
okay.
it's cheaper than the Xbox One X.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but like I think Xbox One X is a more powerful console.
It's
than
the most
PS4
powerful
Pro.
console in the world.
Well,
But yeah, like this, I'm sure this is great for people who like might not have got the Xbox One yet, or like maybe looking to get want. But I'd say unless you have like a 4K TV, then this is it's not worth getting.
People who don't game on
no.
PCs or whatever.
Yeah, like for people, yeah, but this is great for people who don't want to go out of their way and spend like $1,000 or
Yeah.
so on a good PC. But like you could probably get a good decent PC build at around the same price nowadays, but it's like going to be very low end compared to like if you want a base of a PC, you're gonna of course spend a couple of grand easily. So, but this is like good for those people. Like there is a bunch of people out there who don't play on PC though because like they can't afford it, and like they definitely would get like a good PC if they could, but like this want to get a console. It's more convenient for them anyway.
But yeah, if you want the best,
Like
I mean, if you want the best experience with your new Xbox, you need to buy your 4K TV if you don't have one, which is a good one is what, $2,000 probably. So
yeah,
I
like
don't know.
if you want like a
Probably.
good top of the range one, it'll be like that will be that price, so like more than $1,000. But you can get ones at few $100 nowadays. Now, but like they're gonna be like not gonna be the best quality
No.
now compared to like the Sonys and the LG OLEDs and ones like that now.
Yeah, I'm looking into 4K TVs right now, so
Like I'll get a 4K one eventually though, but I'm not like going out of my way to get one now.
but I'm gonna
Right
get
now.
I'm gonna get a PlayStation Pro and not a fucking Xbox One X
So you are going to get a PS4 Pro then, are you?
when I get
eventually?
my 4K TV, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, to be honest though, like go ahead. Are you going to say that?
I was going to say, since you have a good PC, all the games that are being released on Xbox One that are console exclusive are also on PC.
Yep. Yeah, there you
So
go.
you have no reason to get an Xbox
Yeah.
One.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't get that with PlayStation.
You know where my Xbox? You know where my Xbox One is nowadays? It's upstairs in my room where all like old consoles are on that shelving display. It'll be coming up a year, I think, since I last actually
Wow.
played it.
Turned it on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much you pretty much used it. It's like, yeah, the last game I bought for it was Halo 5.
Damn.
That's goes to show how much I care about it though, because it's just
I play Rock Band
It's
on
nothing
mine,
like-
so
because the thing is, most of the stuff it's come out on the different consoles. Like the PS4 one's usually been the better version,
Yeah.
or like in most cases the PC version if they're coming out in all of the consoles. But in terms like if it's just come out in the PS4 or Xbox, the PS4 has usually been the better version for the most part. Anyway.
yeah, and with the Play Anywhere now,
Which-
you can with Xbox, you can.
Yeah, with the you get in PC as
Mhm.
well though. But yeah, let's get into some of the games that have been shown here.
They started off with Forza. Surprise.
Yes, which is not a surprise at all. It's like, of course, if you want to show off 4K gaming, of course you're going to show a racing game.
But that game looks fucking good though, I gotta admit. God, that game looks good.
Apparently, it's going to be 100 gigabytes.
Really?
Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck.
Yes,
Wow.
like that is
That's,
ridiculous.
yeah, that is nuts.
I wonder how big it's gonna be on a PC.
I don't know, like that's ridiculous. So I seen some story about like that's apparently it's going to be right 100 gigabytes.
Fuck.
So, but like I'm not surprised though, because there is games nowadays that are like
Yeah, the average game is what,
40
30 gigabytes? 35?
yeah, but like there's other ones out there like go more like Destiny on the PS4 was like 50 gigs.
Yeah.
When you download
Yeah.
stuff and that there, and same with Final Fantasy 15 and that, and Let It Die and games like that, they've been like 50 gigs. And that's on the PS4.
Yeah.
So Lord knows what it's like that. And like in a year's time, no one more games come out and like show the 4K storage things. They're going to be fucking ridiculously. And then that's going to be a point where you definitely, if you want to keep some of your games on the drive, you're definitely going to have to upgrade to, 2 terabyte drive, because 500 gigs is not going to fucking cut it.
Yep.
Exactly. But yeah, it looked good though. But I haven't played a proper Forza game for a good chunk of time since 3.
Yeah. I played Horizon. Like all of them, but yeah. The last Forza, regular Forza was what, 4, I think? That I played? Or 5?
Played the one that launched with the Xbox One.
Yeah.
So that was.
Yeah, I got it with my Xbox One. I played it there that day, and then I never touched it since.
Nice.
And I was like, probably about an hour or so. Never touched it since. But it's not supposed to be good. That wasn't that one. That was one of the worst ones
Yeah, it was
anyway.
not.
Yeah,
It
apparently
was
it's
not
a
that
low
good.
point for it. So
Yeah, it's like a lot of it's like, yeah, this is not that great because a lot of courses and tracks and stuff, like courses and the cars, not there like in the previous games, they're not in this one though. It's like was cut down content and stuff like that. There is like less. But then six I heard was better. But yeah,
Mhm.
this is good. It looks great though, but I'm not really interested. No, I prefer the Horizon games, even though I don't tend to play them as much as I should as
yeah,
well.
another
And
exclusive, Crackdown 3, which is officially named
Terry
Crackdown
Crews.
3 now because I think it was just Crackdown last year.
Yes, it just
Oh,
just
okay.
said Crackdown, and then they finally have Crackdown again. They showed it for the first time in like 2 years, I
Yep.
think, because it was pretty much in limbo for the longest time. I think it was shown like 2 years ago for the first time, and then I don't think it was shown since then
Yeah.
whatsoever. And
Yeah,
like people say,
they
is this?
really talked about like every building is destructible and it's like
Yeah.
co-op, but they didn't show any of that in the trailer or talk about it. I mean, they showed the 4 players at the same time, but I didn't think that game looked very good. Like I thought that game looked like it could have come out 10 years ago on 360.
Yeah. It didn't look that
Like
great.
I was really disappointed with that trailer.
Funny enough, because that's when the first game came out. It was 10 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. But I saw some gameplay elsewhere, and it does look like the original Crackdown. So that's what
Huh.
got me interested.
That's
Like a rezzed up
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
original Crackdown. So
But you think it'd look a bit better though when it's on a better console?
yeah, but Crackdown's all cell shaded stuff anyway. So the original was like that, and this one is like that. So a little bit more high res, of course, because I think it launches with the Xbox One S
Yeah, it
X.
comes. It comes out the same
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
So
That's gonna be a wait and see for me.
yeah, well, yeah.
I was interested in when they first announced Crackdown 3, but now I'm like, I don't know.
If it's like the first one, I'm all in for some more Crackdown. For sure.
Yeah, I'm on side of Dark at this point though. It's like that trailer didn't sort of impress me, to be honest, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna basically wait and see how the consensus
But you can
is
play
on
as
the
Terry
reviews.
Crews, man. Could be cool.
Wait and see.
What else was?
Like I never played the second one.
No, I played.
I
The second was
I played the
bad.
demo,
It's bad. It's a bad game. It's a really bad game.
but this sets to be more of the first one now. Where you go to this different island, a crime about, and you go take down like the different.
It is like
tiers
that. Yeah,
of-
it's gangs, and it's a little bit like a Shadow of Mordor-esque type thing. Like there's the leader of the clan, and he has like people with him who guard him. A little bit like Shadow Mordor. Like you have your leader, and you have like the two or three bodyguards that are with him all the time, and you can either take those guys down or bribe them so they can help you get to the guy. From what I saw of the extra gameplay that I looked up, and that looks really interesting what they did with that. So it's really bad that they didn't show that at the press conference. That's what makes me say that E3 this year was pretty bad on that side of things. Like it's all trailers,
I think
trailers,
I know what you
trailers.
mean.
Yes.
Like it seemed like there's a lot of stuff that they showed outside the press conference that would have been better to show.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like it's trailers, 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 and hey, there you go. These are all our games. Enjoy.
Well, it's either stuff that they didn't even address at all in the press conferences, or they showed more interesting footage
Yeah.
than what they showed at the press conference.
Exactly,
Like
yeah.
they would just show like a CG trailer, but when they actually show the gameplay, that's way more interesting.
hmm
But I don't know. I'm assuming they're trying to appeal to like the lowest common denominator, so they're having like the most action-packed like trailers that don't necessarily represent what the actual gameplay is like, just to try to appeal to like the widest audience possible.
Yep.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like a years back, though, you usually had to have like you had a bunch of stage demos, so you did on the conferences and like trailers. So, but most of the stuff nowadays is like you use like trailer.
But this year
trailer,
was really like the worst year for that. There were like no stage demos or anything.
No, there was not.
No. There was like gameplay for like Anthem was like I don't know, there might have been someone
I
playing
think
it there, or
Anthem
was just
and maybe
okay,
Battlefront had that multiplayer thing. And what else had people on stage playing the game? Not a whole lot.
Supposedly people were playing Forza 7 on stage, but I
didn't see that at all.
No, this showed like different clips. It seemed.
No, they had like these two professional quote unquote race car drivers.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I didn't know if those were real race car drivers or if they.
Yeah, they are.
Said
Yeah, I
right
know those two people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they said esports right before that, and I was like, wait, are these esports people or are they actual race car drivers? So.
Are they real sports people or not real?
Yeah. Right.
Esports 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything.
Well, there was gameplay for Days Gone and God of War, but I mean,
well, like
nobody really playing.
Like people playing on stage, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, God of War was stage demo last year now.
Yeah, but this year there was some
but that
footage
was
of somebody
just
playing.
Showing
the game.
like yeah. But it was just a gameplay trailer this year though. But like last year, Corey Ballard was playing the game, so it was because it showed him at the end of it, so it did.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to Microsoft.
Yep. Metro 2033.
Metro Exodus, I
Exodus,
believe it's called. Yes, it's the third in the Metroid games. I have played a bit of the first one. I've heard good things about
Metro's
Last
an excellent
Light.
series. It is very good.
Have you played through both of them?
I played through half of the first one because the bullet economy is kind of rough, where you need to, manage your bullets. Like bullets is currency, and it's also bullets to shoot people. So that's a little bit tough to manage. It's a little easier in the second one, which I really adored. The second one is fantastic. So I can't wait for this one.
Did you what version of the first one have you played? Did you play the original or the Redux version?
I didn't play the spruced up one.
Because the Redux version apparently has like the way it is in the second one.
Oh really?
You can change it.
Okay.
Yeah, in the Redux version.
I should try.
Because I've got both of them on I've got both of them on PS4 and I've got I think 2033 on PC.
They are excellent games. Very, very good games.
I know Kevin Van Ord loves Last Light.
Yeah.
Now, so he does. This one, from the trailer, it does. Apparently, it's not properly open world now because I think they said that afterwards.
And he steps outside and he takes off his mask instead of putting it on, which is
that's the whole thing. Yeah, because when you're outside, you have to keep the mask on because it's like toxic out there. But
he's inside, he has his mask. He steps outside, he takes off the mask, which is okay. Kind of reversal here. Interesting.
You haven't played any of those games, have you, Derek?
No, I was trying to say I played the first game all the way through.
Okay.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And then I have not played Lost Light, although I do have, or Last Light. I do have it on PS4.
It is very good.
It
is fantastic. It's a great game.
Yeah, I really did like the first one, even though I know what you mean about the bullet.
The bullet economy is
that, and just finding cartridges for your gas mask is also kind of an issue sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah, you've just played the original version of it as well, did you?
Yeah, it was the original. Yep.
Yeah. Like I said, I think the Redux version, might help those bit of those things though.
I think I'm gonna go get that.
As far as I can recall. Yeah, I've got them on PS4, so I do.
I have them on PS4, but I think I might have them on PC too, just because it was like five,
Yeah, they
five
were
or
very
seven
cheap.
bucks for both of them or something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Like yeah, probably better off just playing on the PC. Although I think they're 60. I think they're both 60 frames per second on PS4 anyway.
Yeah, I think
So
that's pretty smooth.
I played a bit of the first one on
Mhm.
PS4, so I did. I think they're both 60 frames. If you're into that
So
thing,
good.
which sometimes I'm not, and sometimes I'm not. Um,
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds coming to consoles.
yes, which is like a big get for
Oh yeah, that's
Microsoft,
huge.
considering that game's kind of blew up out of nowhere over the last few
Yep.
months. It's just one of those games that came out of nowhere, and yeah, got the guy came out, Brendan Green,
Yep.
Ireland represent, yo. He's player known, and he just basically talking about it. And it's coming to Xbox One, later in the year, and then they showed a big trailer of it. So they did.
And they're introducing new stuff on the PC version, vaulting and all that stuff.
Climbing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, faulting and diving through the windows and stuff like that. Apparently as well, wasn't
Yep.
it?
I saw Brendan Green on the Giant Bomb stream talking about it, and apparently there are 2 new maps coming and a bunch of new stuff like different modes, a zombie mode coming and something like that. So
Oh yeah, but you play as zombies or the player-controlled zombies.
yeah, there's like I think 5 regular people, and the rest are
No,
also
I think it's 10
10
regular
10
players,
regular
and the rest
players,
are
yeah.
all
Okay.
zombies. Yeah, that's the They're looking into that now as they are, and saying that hopefully they get the game like properly launched around the line before, like a few weeks before the actual console launches, like
Mhm.
around the time where the console version comes out.
Yep.
Pretty much, that's what he said. I did watch that as well, so I did.
Yep, that game's still great.
Yeah, it's good. I do kind of want the controller support though, because I'm
Yeah.
just so used to controller support. But like after a while, maybe once I play more of it though, I'll probably get to the point where it's like the controller's just gonna pull me back though. But like I don't think that's gonna be the case. So
Yeah, we're too used to controllers.
yeah, that's the thing. Like I grew up with controller. I never like if I say grew up in PC games and played games like Quake and Unreal Tournament and games like that now in PC, the guy would probably be more of a mouse and keyboard, but I grew up in console side of things, so the controllers the
Mhm.
go to method for me.
Me too. That's my main
Yeah.
issue with playing the game. I know you guys are
Yeah.
more into it. It's just there's so many controls, and like I'm not used to using a keyboard to like play an action game. Keyboard and mouse. So like I'm sitting here like fiddling with it, and like just the movement, I'm just losing valuable seconds when I'm looting something or trying to
Mhm.
shoot somebody or react.
Yep.
It's just not. Even though like technically the accuracy on the controller is worse than like a mouse and keyboard, like I'm way more proficient with the controller. So I'll be way better off with the controller.
Yep.
Overall.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. You say like I said, we and Dennis pretty much play Overwatch solely with controllers.
Even on the PC.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
And like we do fine though. It's not like we're gonna we get our ass whipped now. Like we do fine. We have our good matches and we have our bad matches.
Yeah, we can't play as like Genji or other types of heroes that would necessitate mouse and keyboard on PC.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah. We definitely don't play like like the only one we play like I play is like Soldier 76 and Reaper sometimes. But like in terms like I don't play as with Genji or Tracer or McCree now or any of those ones like or Sombra. Like they have to be a bit more accurate with those guys.
That's why I wanted to get it on console to see how I would fare with those characters, but it never came to pass, and it's $80 now, so fuck that. I love that game, but I'm not paying $80 to get on consoles. So
Wasn't it on sale or what?
yeah, I
during
missed
the
I
anniversary event?
missed my shot. It's pissing me off, but I missed my time to get it. Oh well.
Oh well, too bad.
Yep.
They showed a Dragon Ball Z game, which a lot of people are very much looking forward to.
Not me.
This was one of the few games that I'm very much looking forward to out of this E3.
Oh,
And
really?
I have not been looking forward. I have not really played a fighting game much since either like Soul Calibur 2 or God, I don't know, like one of the PS2 Guilty Gears. I don't know which one is it. Yeah, probably right. I guess right around that same time would be Soul Calibur 2, and then I don't know if Guilty Gear X or I don't know which one it was. Like I was really into those games, and then like since then I just haven't really been into fighting games at all. But like this just looks freaking amazing, and I really like Dragon Ball. I've been watching Dragon Ball Super, and I'm like completely up to date. There's a new episode that came out today, or comes out in like an hour, so I'll be watching that. But so I'm back in my teenage Dragon Ball hype years right now, so I'm totally down for this game.
And apparently it's a
Um,
very good game. Apparently, it was
or it seems like it will be, yeah, according to
Yeah.
people that have played it.
Because
So,
it's basically the Guilty Gear was XRD kind of game, but with Dragon Ball Z characters.
yep, pretty much, yeah. I hope they actually have Dragon Ball Super characters in it, though. I hope it's not just Dragon Ball Z characters, but we'll see.
that I
So
do
far,
not
it's
know.
just Dragon Ball Z characters. So
But yeah, they're gonna have the same shows. Like, of course, they're gonna show Goku and Vegeta and Cell and Frieza, like the most recognizable Dragon Ball characters.
yeah,
But yeah, the lot like I played a few of the Dragon Ball, Budokai games. Like playing the second one actually got me into watching some of the Dragon Ball. Look, I didn't like, and then went to like I actually wanted to go and watch the whole series of it though, and I did. Like I watched the original Dragon Ball series twice, but I've never watched the Dragon Ball Z. But I know of the different sagas and most of the characters anyway, and what happens anyway. But I haven't watched every single episode now. I really liked Budokai 3 now. That was one of the ones I really enjoyed playing though. So I remember playing it with some old like friends of mine, like go over to their house, so they come to my house and play like Budokai 3 now. That was great though, and that was like the last one I really liked. Like I played a few of the other ones after that though, but they weren't as good. But this one I might get, but this will be more of those ones. Hey, you have to hit 50 buttons to do a combo now.
it
So I have to wait
sounds.
and see
I've
how.
been watching some videos, and it sounds like it's kind of geared towards new players to fighting games. So there's like a lot of auto combos, so you can probably pick it up and do pretty well if you know like the basics of like Street Fighter moves or that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear though. Like I said, I like playing fighting games though, but I'm not a huge bit. Like I like Soul Calibur, the first one on the Dreamcast, my favorite game of all time, my favorite fighting game of all time. I just loved it. But the other ones I played, like Mortal Kombat 9 and games like that now. But like I'll play this though because it does look awesome. But I'm not gonna go chomping at the bit for it though. If I was a bigger Dragon Ball fan now, of course it would be. But I'm just still like I'm interested in it though, but not heavily anticipating it now.
It's day one for me for sure.
Day one purchase.
Yeah.
It's out next year now anyway though. I think it's early next year, I believe.
So it'll probably be like March or something.
Yeah.
End of first quarter.
That was actually the general theme this year. A lot of early 2018 games.
Yep. Especially from
So it
Sony.
was.
Which it seems like this year a lot of games got released earlier this year that are like really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll be the case next year.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed Origins was shown.
Yep, that's if we go back to Metro, Assassin's Creed Origins was actually the next game that they showed.
Yeah.
In order.
I thought we would talk about that during Ubisoft, but okay. We can sneak it up.
No,
here.
but like they actually showed
Yeah.
the gameplay demo here, so they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
I'm
What do you guys think?
highly anticipating that game, to be honest.
This is the most interesting Assassin's Creed game that I've seen since 3, although I got 3 and I didn't like it really at all.
Yeah.
But this, from what I've seen, it's like, oh, this looks pretty good. Kind of like wait and see how it turns out. I do like the setting a lot.
Yep.
and the combat seems to be a little different. Like there's this dodge move that reminds me of like a Souls-like kind of game. It's like, whoa, that's interesting. Because I don't recall that being in an Assassin's Creed game before.
Looks a little bit like Witcher also with the gear and
Yeah, apparently that's what I heard as well. It's a bit like Witcher 3 combat, so it is.
Yeah.
Okay. That seems to be quicker than the roll in that, but I don't know. It's been a while since I played Witcher 3.
Well, it could be maybe it's a little quicker. They're assassins and everything, so maybe they move quicker. Look at the whole like loot system and the gear system.
Oh right, yeah.
In Assassin's Creed, I'm like, oh, okay, this looks really interesting. I wonder how that's gonna go.
Like they did have the gear in previous games, but not to this extent.
No.
Now, like all you just go to the shop and like you buy like a new costume or something, and like but it wasn't to like this. Like the actual when it showed the actual UI of the equipment stuff, is like this looks like Witcher 3.
Pretty much.
So it is.
Yeah, it's like a legendary bow or something they got in there. So.
Yeah, stuff like that. I'm definitely really like the setting as well, though. Like you don't really see a lot of games set in Egypt now.
Nope.
So you do. So this is set to be one, and like let's say what the year of has done with the series as well, since this didn't it wasn't one that came out last year.
Yeah, there wasn't one last year.
And the last time that was the case was 2008.
Yep. They had the movie last year, so.
Which didn't do great, apparently.
No. I haven't seen it, but apparently it's pretty bad.
And thus the cycle of mediocre video game films continue.
Yep. The Need for Speed movie was not that bad. It was pretty good. Michael Keaton is really good.
I haven't seen that
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I have it in my queue on Netflix, but I haven't.
Like everybody who's talking bad about it on like Giant Bomb hasn't even seen it.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. It's not that bad. Deep Rock Galactic, some like 4-player Minecraft dwarf underground drilling game. I don't know. That was a brief thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. They showed.
Yeah, there's nothing particularly interesting, to be honest.
Yeah. State of Decay 2, which is another game I'm very much looking forward to because I really liked State of Decay 1. The problem I had with it was there was no co-op, and they are fixing that with this game.
Yeah,
so
that's going to be interesting.
If it's just the first game but with co-op, that's totally fine with me because that's
fun.
really all that game needed.
I played the first one, but man, was it hard. That was a hard fucking game. Holy crap.
I never played it though. I remember that actually when it came out in PC, they actually did promise they were going to actually have multiplayer in it though, but it just never came to pass.
Happened,
No.
But yeah, hopefully that like this time around I'll do add the co-op though, and I'll definitely try it out then and play some with you, Derek.
I hope it's cross-platform, like with Xbox and PC players, because a friend of mine that I know like in person, he like loves the first game and he played a ton of it, and he's like dying to play the second one. So and he's definitely going to get it on Xbox One, and I'm hoping that if I get it on PC, we'll be able to play it together. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can, because I think you can. I think you can play Gears 4 cross-platform.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, I did play with my nephew who was playing on my Xbox, and I was playing on my PC. We played together.
Well, if that's the case, then that would be good, because then I'll...
Yeah, but if it's an Xbox, like Xbox Play Anywhere kind of thing, then it should be the case.
I think it
now.
is.
I think it's exclusive to Xbox. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
one.
scrolling through the video here, and it says Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive. So.
Yeah.
I would
so that pretty much would be the case now. So yeah, that's definitely one to keep an eye on when it comes out next year.
Yeah.
You seem to know the order of which things are going, Derek, though, so you should...
Remember that weird thing with the guy like yelling into the microphone?
Oh, yeah.
Like commentating over stuff?
Oh, the
Darwin,
actually...
was it Darwin
the
Project
Darwin Project?
Yeah, that was the next thing, and that was like, what? What was that? And that was pretty much everybody's reaction.
Yeah, I just That's all I remember from that there, the shoutcaster, and that was it.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
remember
some
anything.
battle royale, like deathmatch kind of game or something. I don't know.
Yeah, just didn't particularly interest me, to be
No.
honest though. And him coming out that shoutcaster thing, it's not going to help matters either.
Yeah.
I don't like that kind of thing in conferences, so it
No, me neither.
just feels a bit like I would completely went over the fact about those two guys as well at the EA conference. Like that goes to show how much I completely forgot about it now.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I just wish I don't really care about that stuff. But yeah,
Mine,
so Darren.
Nope.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Minecraft in 4K. I don't think any of us
Yeah.
cares about that. But I think the bigger news is like they're reuniting all the like the VR and the PC and the Xbox versions. I don't know if that includes like Android, because I know Android.
And I think this. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's all of cross platform play now
Yeah.
with servers and Switch, except for Sony.
Yeah. Sony's not getting
And
on.
Sony set out an excuse, set out their like post the reason why that do, and people are like, yeah, fuck that. That's a lousy reason.
What was the reason? I didn't
Yeah, I
hear.
don't know either.
It was along the lines of we don't want to sort of basically about security kind of thing though, like we don't want to sort of try to get like kids and without like other players and out there from other stuff like that there, like because the whole thing with remember their PSN hack
Yeah.
Right.
like a lot of years back, was just something along those lines, so just didn't want to.
Okay, that seems kind of weird.
That's bullshit a little bit.
I don't know exactly. I can't word it properly though. But like you look online, it's kind of like Phil Spencer kind of talked about on the one he was on talking to Jeff on the Giant Bomb E3 night though.
It seems like they would be hurting themselves more than anything by not allowing that, because the people that may be playing on PS4 now may be switching to something else if they want to be able to play with all the other communities.
Really?
But it's not
And
just
they're, like,
Minecraft
separating.
there anyway. Because like Rocket League's the same way.
Mm-hmm.
You can't play with other people. You can you have PS4 players and but if you're on Xbox now, you can play with PC players, I believe. So it's not just like just not just that there one now. I don't get it though. I just why can't you just have all over the place? Like heck, you can play you can fucking play Final Fantasy 14 with PC and PS4.
Right,
Yeah.
So you can. So I just don't get why you can't do with other games. I just don't understand it
that is
whatsoever
strange.
though. Just
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
It's a bit of excuse.
It's a weird excuse. For sure.
Black Desert Online is coming to Xbox One, which is that MMO with the amazing character creator, but I don't think the actual game is any good, but I don't know for sure.
I heard it's mixed reviews on Twitter. I'm not Twitter and Steam. From what I looked at there, it looked pretty nice. So it's I might try this out though, but I'm it's yeah, it's an MMO. I'm already focused on one MMO. So yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about anyway, don't you?
Yeah. Yep.
The Last Night, which is a visually very incredible looking game, like pixelated Blade Runner or something, but it sounds like it's getting
yeah, I would when people saw this, it's oh, this looks awesome. And then they found out this guy apparently is a game gator or something, dealt with it was a bit of a dickhead online with people, and and then everyone turned against him in this game. Then it's okay.
Yeah, whatever.
I still think he looks cool as hell though.
Yeah, it does.
That's just dark though. So what is if he's a bit of a dick? Okay, doesn't take away the game looks cool, but there's people out there just go a bit antsy and that sort of thing now. Like,
Yeah,
like, I understand.
I have some opinions, but I'm not going to go into that here. So,
I'd like to hear what they are.
so I think I'll save that for a non-podcast
Okay.
discussion.
We got talk about it afterwards then.
Let's see. Last night. Oh, that musical was called The Artful Escape. That was a very brief trailer, but looked, has kind of a nice look to it. Like an artsy, like paper craft or...
It reminded me of Night in the Woods.
Okay.
The style of it, so it did a bit though, and I'm very much looking forward to that because I love the look of Night in the Woods. So it's one that just absolutely adore the look of that game. So this looks quite similar to it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is though. It's just all it showed was like a trailer. I don't know actually.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I didn't look online and see actually what the game is. If it's just like a rhythm action platformer, because what I looked at, what I've seen of it there on the trailer though, it kind of just reminded me of Hollow Knight. The game came out in like the 3DS a few years back though, but I don't know if it's exactly like that now.
Yeah, I couldn't tell from the trailer what the actual gameplay is like. Like there's a character just running from left to right, and then he picks up a guitar and like jumps in the sky and like flies around and like playing the guitar, but there's no, you can't tell what you're actually doing in the game. So.
Yeah, there's no like proper gameplay now, just an hour like trailer. But like it looked neat though. But again, just have to look online. I don't know if there's any stage demo or like.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they showed anything else on that.
Yeah, I'll have to look online afterwards here and see.
Code Vein, which is a God Eater developed Dark Souls type game. I'm
very much
interested.
I'm definitely interested. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward, or well, not looking forward to it necessarily, but I'm watching that game to see, like, find out more about it and whatnot.
Yeah, just definitely curious to see what it is.
Sea of Thieves, which was I guess that kind of was like a gameplay stage demo, except for there's nobody on stage playing it, but it was kind of a lengthier.
Yeah, it was like a
demo.
lengthy gameplay demo of it, so it was.
That looks alright. That looks cool.
I'm not really necessarily into it,
but if you can get some people to play it.
That's the thing, like you have to have friends to play that
Yeah.
game. I'm interested though, but like the thing is, like if like none of you guys are like really interested though, like I'm shit out of luck then, to be honest. I'll have to look elsewhere and see if I can find out.
I think it's 6. You need to be 6, I think.
Really?
But it should.
That was like 4.
4 or 6? I don't remember.
I don't know. I think it's at least 4, but
okay.
I'm not sure. Super Lucky's Tale, which I have tried Lucky's Tale on Oculus, and it seemed pretty good. Like, I don't really play 3D platformers or anything, but it played well, and the 3D, like the actual VR, like really works very well in that. But it's just I was getting motion sickness from it, so I didn't play it that long.
Apparently, this is actually not the same game, or it might just be a bit version with like more levels and that there.
Okay.
Like I'm not sure if it's like it's like an actual sequel or just like a enhanced version now.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good though. Like I like 3D platformers though. Like I don't, but I heard it's not great though.
Yeah, I don't know what the entire the Oculus game is like, but from what I played of it, I thought it was pretty good. Cuphead finally has a date.
Yeah.
But we'll see if it actually comes out that day.
Hopefully
I'm not holding my breath.
It was supposed to come out around this time now, so it was originally like early 2017.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Actually, no, I think it was supposed to come out last year. So
or mid 2017 now. So.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to come out last year originally. I think, or early 2017 was like it got delayed. So hopefully it comes out again because that game looks class.
Yeah, I mean it looks amazing. September 29th, so hopefully it does come out.
Yes,
But
definitely
it's
looking
been
forward to
shown
it.
several times now, so
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like the third, I think, conference now in a row it's been shown. It's getting up there with Below. At least flipping Cuphead's actually getting released,
Yeah.
unlike Below. Because that was like shown 2013 and like shown like every conference since, and then it's like then just put on hiatus then.
Yeah.
Crackdown 3 was next. We talked about that. Then there was a bunch of smaller games that I didn't really catch like the name of them or anything. Kind of went through. I think they were like
Yeah, I have to look
ID at Xbox games.
Yeah, there might have been something, few of them there might caught my eyes. I can't remember them at this point, unfortunately.
I can check on that.
Oh, Path of Exile. That's a big game.
Oh, there's a bunch.
Just
Okay,
look at it for,
they're all
like,
listed
2
here.
seconds.
But that's been on PC for
Cuphead is one of
years
them.
now.
Yeah.
I'll have to try. I want to try and go back in that game because me and Dennis tried it though, and we didn't really think too much of it, to be honest. Just remember we just started on it and then just kind of dropped off from it quickly though. I think it was mainly because I did not like the way the map looked in that game. It just looked really bad. It's like so that compared to like something like Diablo, the way the mini map of it looked, it just looked really it just didn't set the path out the way you wanted to.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's the same now or if it's the same or it's been changed since then. Like this has been like what, maybe 2-3 years ago now since we played it.
Yep. Something like that.
There was a game called Ashen that was like I couldn't really tell what it was, but to me it looked like a Souls-like, but like focused on co-op.
Yeah, apparently
Like
it's a
two-player
Souls-like
co-op.
game.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, they talked about it on
It
Dragonball.
looked kind of neat.
Yeah, definitely keep my eye on it now. So yeah.
Life is Strange prequel for the Storm.
Yeah,
Yep.
boy.
Hey,
The only
So
thing
you-
that sucks
I got
though
so
is
excited when I
things
saw
not.
that.
Yeah, the only thing that sucks is she's not doing the voice of Ashley Burch not doing the voice of Chloe.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really weird.
Yeah, that does suck.
Yeah, because of the SAG-AFTRA strike. That's pretty much the reason why.
Huh. So
Uh,
you're playing as Chloe then, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're playing as Chloe though.
Because
But
in the video she looks like Max to me. But
no, yeah,
Just
just
before
looking
she
now, just look
becomes
like Chloe.
fucked up a little bit.
Yeah, just look like Chloe in like the flashbacks and like that there before she became like a dressed up like a punk chick.
Yeah, you see the accent with her dad and everything in the trailer.
Yeah, stuff like that. And yeah, it's like basically her relationship with Rachel. And also, it's going to be 3-episode arc. It's out in the end of August.
Yep.
And also, there's apparently going to be a bonus episode in the deluxe, bonus episode where you play as Max.
Okay,
okay.
So there's as well.
that's cool.
Um,
Bridge the gap.
like
a
in
little
the
bit.
deluxe, it's like in the deluxe edition of like they're going to have Life is Strange plus this, and it's going to be in that there. Apparently, we play as Max, which is probably I assume might be. Don't know when that's going to be now.
I don't know. But yeah, the prequel and
But yeah.
the sequel's coming out next year, I think.
Yeah, they do not have another game coming out called Vampire, which I've seen footage of and looks interesting.
Yeah. Should be
I think
interesting.
it's coming out this year, so it is. Yeah, I definitely loved Life is Strange, so
Yep.
definitely looking forward to more of it though.
So the whole thing is coming out this year, or just the first episode?
Well, at the moment, the first episode.
Okay,
is,
so we don't know.
I said
It's only
set for the
3,
end
so
of August,
probably
so
they're all coming out this year. I'm thinking.
I assume they'll probably come out by the end of the year,
Yeah.
though, if they're just the 3 though.
Shadow of War. There was a
Yep.
kind of a gameplay
Gameplay thing.
trailer.
Kind of a kooky
Looked,
little funny thing. Go on.
Yeah, it seems like it might have more humor in it
Yeah.
than the first game, but I don't know. Maybe that's just this one specific mission.
Yeah, it looks like an.
I do have a coupon for 30% off PC, and I'm like thinking about it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I love the first game, so I'm getting
It's
that.
like I like the first game, but I'm not like dying to play this one.
I agree. I agree. I was talking to Derek before we start recording about my opinion of the first one anyway. So I'm kind of like the same way. Like I just didn't play this year, but I'm not like heavily, and like I'm not going to go out and way and buy it day one now.
Yeah, it's day one for me for sure. I love the first one, so.
I think I know a game that might be day one for Darren, which is
Yep.
called. Well, I guess I don't know what the full title is, but it's basically
Ori and the
2.
Will of the Wisps.
Okay.
Yep.
Which is, yep. I'm definitely getting, like, I'm actually surprised they're doing a sequel to this game, but apparently this name was like leaked a year ago.
Oh yeah,
So
Brad
it was-
mentioned that. He said like he got a tweet like a year ago or something, and with that name, and like didn't know or nobody knew what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, and then basically, yeah, it showed like they had this guy on the stage playing the piano, and then they showed the footage. It's
Oh,
like,
yep.
this looks like Ori, and it was Ori. It's like, oh, awesome, Ori sequel. That's definitely great.
So
Definitely.
were you drawn to like the story of the first game, or was it mostly the gameplay?
Like the gameplay is like kind of standard, like kind of Metroid action platform, but like yeah, the story's quite interesting though. Like the actual sort of first 10 minutes of it's like it's similar to Op. The way what something happens in it now, it's quite similar to. It's kind of
Well,
sad.
I've seen the beginning. I know what happens, but
Yeah,
like,
and then
do they
like,
continue on with the story, or do they just kind of focus on the gameplay from that point on?
yeah, there's like there is like focus on the game, but there is like sort of so little wee story elements that happen here and there now. Like you find like this crow, and then you find out the sort of the backstory between but with it now, and it's like children out there. So there is like a little wee story though, but I actually like enjoyed it though. But it's not like the big focus of that game now. Like the focus was like the gameplay and like the soundtrack in this game is just absolutely beautiful though, and like they mentioned it as well. Like they talked a bit briefly about on that giant bomb as well when they're talking over the conference. Like Brad said, like the soundtrack was awesome, and like I agree. And it's like going, and it was a bit of should have won that year or something. And I had to look up what did win that year, and it said it was Splatoon. It's like, oh yeah, that one. But yeah, it's like it was definitely more the gameplay though. I really enjoyed the gameplay, but like I said, like the presentation, the music, and like the wee little story elements there was, like I really enjoyed though. Like I like these kind of games. Like I love, some like games with, like lovely visual aesthetic is I'm a sucker for. That's why I love like games like that and like Night in the Woods and games like that. I just love those kind of unique kind of visual styles, rather than like grey browed standard run and gun games now. It has like look all the same now.
Yeah, I should probably play that first game at some point.
Yeah, it's really good. I recommend it. I don't know. I think it's finished. The thing's finished now on GOG because it was on sale on GOG. But like the Steam summer sale's gonna happen soon, so
It's probably gonna pop up there.
Yeah.
There
Definitely.
was. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say there was only one more game shown at the Microsoft conference. Although we didn't mention earlier that they are bringing the original Xbox games to backwards compatibility for Xbox One.
Yep.
And they showed like Crimson Skies as like one of the highlights. So I guess that'll be interesting. Not that I really have any Xbox original games that I want to go back to, but I do have, a bunch of them.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they bring back. For sure.
Hopefully they'll have Panzer Dragoon Order so I can actually play that game and not flipping. Well, I have an original Xbox anyway, but like if I want to play on Xbox One, I can play it on there. But the thing is, it came out in the 360 as well. It was one of the games that you'd be able to play in 360. But the problem was in the PAL version, you only can play up to the end of mission 3, and all of a sudden you couldn't progress onwards after that. It was just sort of some bug then, which kind of sucked. Like, I forget, it's like, I have to look on Wikipedia, but it's some sort of error though where you get to the end of Mission 3, and I think that when the cutscenes happens, it's just some sort of error pops up then, and then I think it just resets the game. So like when you can't play onwards, and like that was the same thing. Like the emulation side of things on the 360 of Xbox One game, original Xbox games wasn't necessarily the best anyway. They've done like a much better job with the 360 the Xbox One games in this one, and hopefully that's the case with the original Xbox games. They said that it's not going to be as extensive as the Xbox 360 lineup now. They're not going to have like loads of games now.
I had got rid of my Xbox One before they really even pushed that 360 backwards compatibility. So I never even tried one on it.
When did you say? When did you get rid of your Xbox One?
I think it was June-ish of last year. Was it?
Was it before E3 or after?
It was either right at E3 or before.
Okay.
Yeah, it was right around that time. So I don't know.
No, I think I remember you saying you were actually going to check up on Xbox and see. I think you were going.
Oh, you know what? It was right before the Xbox One S came out. So like it still had some value.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So whenever that was.
I think I remember you saying, okay, I'm going to check this conference and see if it's worth keeping. I think you said something along those lines, like, I'm going to check this, like, see if it's, and then you said, nah, I'm not going to.
Yeah, I did look at, like, eBay prices, and I think the fact that mine was, like, the day one edition or whatever, that added some value to it, which it would not have, since the S had been announced by then. But yeah, I just sold it. I actually sold it to a friend of mine, and I got a fair price for it. So.
Have you sold any consoles before?
Nope. Nope. That was. I mean, I've sold like old versions. So I had the original DS, like the thick one, the fat one.
Oh,
I had gotten like a DS Lite, so I got rid of the original DS. But not actual console generations. I've never sold any.
Okay. Never got a DS Lite. Went from the DS to the DSi, and then unfortunately, I broke my DSi by accident. Whereas I had it in my bag. This was at work, and actually like a bottle with I think it was orange juice or something. Like the bottle lid was a bit loose. I didn't realise it, and the DSi got soaked.
Oh, that's not good.
It's like it wasn't really that long after I got it as well. It was only maybe like a month or two, which sucked. Like I never went out of my way to get another one though, because I think it was maybe a year or so before the 3DS came out anyway. So I just waited for it, because I wasn't gonna go out of the way and waste another £100 on it.
Last game, Anthem, the Andromeda killer, Mass Effect Andromeda killer.
Yep.
It actually looks amazing. Like if that's actually the game, like if it's not some Killzone 2 thing,
Yeah.
like that's very
Dogs.
impressive.
Yeah.
Well, right, yeah. Like if that's what the game ends up looking like, I'm probably gonna end up getting that, because it looks like Destiny mixed in with what did I say earlier when I first saw it? Like the co-op gameplay of Destiny, where you can kind of like just jump in and play.
Mm-hmm.
With
like
Mass Effect, I guess, sort of, maybe.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit. It looks alright.
I thought it looked really good.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Titanfall a little bit. Ish.
Oh yeah, somebody was saying Titanfall, yeah. Oh,
yeah,
the fonts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like I mentioned, it earlier. Like the font's pretty much Titanfall.
I guess I can see that the way that they drop in, like the the mechs. That's like a
Prepare for
Titanfall
Titanfall.
drop.
Yeah. That's why I'm thinking this is set in the Titanfall universe.
Maybe. Who knows? Could be.
I'm just predicting now. Like I say, that's set in the Titanfall universe, so I'll get my winnings when I announce it. They also actually, the one thing you forgot is they actually announced the release date for Tacoma, which is August 2nd,
that's right,
I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which, yeah, I loved Gone Home, so I'm definitely much looking forward to checking out their follow-up.
Keep an eye on that.
Is that a VR game though?
What, sorry?
Is that a VR game?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
No, it's not. It's just a standard first-person game, like Gone Home was.
Okay.
So
Yeah, overall, I thought the games they showed were really good.
Yeah.
The Xbox One X stuff, I think, was not good. So, I don't know.
The price is not good.
yeah, like it didn't make me want to go and get one like Xbox
No.
One X. So it's like
No.
okay.
The price is a real killer, I think.
Yep.
I mean, you're not far off from PS3 launch price there.
Yep. Not very much.
Yeah, like it was, but like but the PS3 launch price was $499 for the 20 gig and $599 for the 60 gig.
Mm-hmm.
But $499 as well was the launch price of the Xbox One as well. So, like I mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
so it's nothing changed there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
like
if this
all
was like
people
if it was a new console generation, it would be one thing. But since it's just like a
Up-res.
better version of an Xbox One, you're going to be like the games that are coming out on Xbox One are developed for the Xbox One, right? So there may be some issues when, like, if the games were designed for that higher quality console, more powerful console, then like I think the games would be better overall because they can have.
I'm sure
bigger
like the
worlds
first party stuff's basically like Forza and Crackdown and games like that. I'm sure they're like going to be focused. They were developed sort of mainly with the Xbox One X in mind now, but I'm sure like third party stuff it's already going to be okay. Xbox One, and like they said as well, there's going to be a bunch of games that like Final Fantasy 15 and certain ones like okay they're going to get support Xbox One X support like app-res and stuff like that as well. And like that's as well, like if you have old Gears of War or Killer Instinct and Halo War 2, you're gonna get like a free upgrade, like free update with 4K support.
4K
as
update,
well. Yeah.
I don't know. What did you? I know Dennis. You think this was like the worst one?
Well, one of the not sure if it was the worst one, but yeah, I don't know. There wasn't enough here to make me excited for stuff. There's a couple of games, that looks interesting, of course, but as far as first party Microsoft stuff, aside from Crackdown, maybe it's not a whole lot, on that console. It has me excited, to be honest.
I enjoyed this one more than Sony, to be honest.
Really?
We'll get to Sony, yeah.
I thought Sony was pretty disappointing. I mean, it was okay, but it was disappointing for
like
what they've been the last few years.
Yeah. Like that one was pretty underwhelming, but we'll get to it.
I guess it was average. I would say average thing.
It was just like I enjoyed it though. It's like it's been what they've pretty much been like for the last few years anyway. It's like it was good. It's like some games I'm looking forward to. It wasn't like anything really horrible now.
No. Bethesda Direct.
Pretty much
kind of already mentioned a little bit.
Shortest.
The Bethesda spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Pretty much.
That was next.
Skyrim. The bit of Skyrim, the Nintendo thing, didn't it?
Skyrim VR. Or no, was that at the Sony press conference?
That was at the Sony one, I believe.
Yeah.
They showed it, I think.
Skyrim and Fallout VR.
A guy I follow on Twitter, he does the GameSpot. He's one of the GameSpot UK guys, and I think it was like after the Sony conference, he basically said, "Can we please stop talking about Skyrim? No more Skyrim." And I'm pretty much agreeing with like, okay, the game's fucking 5.5 years old, and you're still plugging it. It sells very well. It's a big game, but like the fact that several conferences dedicated time to that game is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's weird that they're still talking about that game, honestly.
Bethesda had time for it. So, Sony put time with
Nintendo.
it. Not much though, but it had, and Nintendo as well. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, that's weird that that game is still like.
So maybe it's, I don't know what the sales numbers are. Maybe it continues to sell like mad, and that's why they put it in.
Probably, if it has to sell, it's there for sure.
I mean, they did release that the remastered.
Yeah, Legend special edition. Yeah,
which I haven't played, but
I played some of it.
Have it.
Looks alright. It looks pretty good.
That's one of the things I've been meaning to do once since I got this PC last year, is like get Fallout 4 and Skyrim, which I do have. I do have them,
Yeah.
and like put a bunch of mods.
You automatically
and, like,
have
from the
Skyrim.
beginning.
Yeah.
But I have not done that yet. So too many games.
Yep.
Too many new games.
just get Oblivion instead. It's the better one.
I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, I'm just one of those people.
Outside of the Oblivion like realm stuff, like the rest of it, I didn't care for a whole lot. Like the thing about the Skyrim is just the world, like the way it looks, like the mountains and like just kind of like the setting is what appeals to me more than anything.
I'm pretty much the opposite. I much prefer the setting of Oblivion. Cyrodiil, I really enjoyed it more. I like the cities in it more. I like the Imperial City in it more. Like the quest lines in Oblivion were better. The like Dark Brotherhood one is just one of the more memorable quest lines in that game. Like the main story is probably a bit better in Skyrim now, but the gameplay, except like the way the gameplay is in it as well, like the combat is better. But I say I prefer like the whole story, like the world in Oblivion more. That's why I played Skyrim non-stop for like a week maybe. I booked a week off work to play it, get it, and like I kind of dropped off it pretty soon afterwards.
That's one of my favorite.
Like I said, I don't know. Like I give it my game of the year that year, but I was probably just like still riding on I was still riding high from it though. But as I said, Dark Souls is my true 2011 game of the year.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite RPGs of all time. So I find it weird that the Zelda stuff is coming to that game. It's kind of weird.
I'm not surprised though. That's of course they're gonna have to add their own thing to it though. Because what other reason would you play that game again? On some people would play this is they released the visual versions, then they released the legendary editions with the DLC the year after, then they have the special editions, and now they're gonna have the Switch version, and now they're gonna have a VR version.
Yep, pretty much.
They're getting up to the flippin' Resident Evil 4 Minecraft flippin' tier of flippin' milking the fuck out of that game with its various different versions.
Yeah, they are milking it a lot.
Go ahead, Darren.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting you 50 times.
Fallout 4 VR, Doom VR. We talked about Skyrim VR. No, that was not here.
Yeah.
The Elder Scrolls MMO, the Morrowind expansion, which apparently that game is doing pretty well.
That card game.
Am I the only one who played that game?
Yep.
I think so. Yeah. I would like to try it, but I don't know. Is it I know it's free to play, I think, but you buy it?
You buy it and then it's buy to play. There's no subscription.
Well, okay, yeah.
There's
no
a subscription.
Monthly fee.
Yeah,
right.
There is I think there is a subscription, one of those you get extra stuff though.
Okay,
but
so
it's not like
the Old Republic where it's free to play, but you can also buy stuff.
Yeah.
and like Star Trek
Yeah.
Online, where you can play like most of it, but there's like a lot of other stuff that you have to pay for to get like perks.
Yeah,
and
so
whatnot.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, extra, yeah, exactly. That's pretty much what it is, yeah.
I'd like to try it, yeah, at some point.
I heard it's
Dishonored.
better. Yeah,
Is it a DLC or is it a standalone DLC? It's not a...
Standalone.
well,
standalone,
I seen
think.
it twice. Yeah, standalone because I actually seen Twitter and seen the box art for it on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. So like, okay, it must be a standalone. It must be something along like that Uncharted game, The Lost Legacy. It's like standalone game. I got Dishonored 2 there last week though, but I haven't played it yet.
I played a bit of it.
Um,
It's Dishonored.
But you weren't particularly a big fan of the first one?
No,
eh?
not really. The second one's worse, in my opinion.
Quake Champions they showed. I don't really know recall what.
The guy from Wolfenstein.
Something about it's in beta or something. Oh yeah, they put him, BJ Blazkowicz.
Yep.
in it.
And I think it's open beta soon, I think.
Yeah, they said there's a beta. Yep.
No, I think it's a beta
Play
now.
now,
Actually, you
play
can-
now in beta. Quake.com. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh,
just
that's right.
go
Yeah,
online now, so you can.
should play that.
I think it's probably out in August, I believe.
I don't know the date though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could be wrong now.
They showed Evil Within 2, which looks way more like a Silent Hill game than what I recall from Evil Within. I was actually way into this trailer, so I'm definitely looking to see.
I'm
how this
surprised they're
game
making
turns
the
out.
second one though. To be honest.
That trailer went on a while, though,
Yeah,
so it
it's
did. It
pretty
just
long.
seemed to
Yeah.
never end.
I thought it looked good though. Definitely interested in that.
I'm interested in trying out the first game, but I just haven't heard a lot of good things about it.
I actually have it on PS4 because it was like $10 for like Black Friday or something, so I just got it, but I haven't played it yet.
I think it was $5 at
So.
one point on Steam,
Oh, okay.
something like that. I didn't buy it, but I saw it was like $5 or something.
Yeah, I have a lot of games that I should go back to and play, but there's just too many new games that suck me in, or
Yeah.
get distracted by different.
Yeah, I got a couple of games
Like
myself, and I've gotten back to playing Watch Dogs 2 again on PS2, on PS4
Okay.
rather.
Yeah, and you got the PC version, didn't
Yep.
you? So why did you get the PS4 version?
I don't know. I want to play through that game again, and I got the gold edition for like $40 with all the DLC, the story mission DLCs and all that. So kind of wanted to go back.
I was going to ask her why did you just play on the PC, but then you said, oh, your graphics card's kind of...
Oh,
Yeah,
at
again,
the
my
moment.
graphics
Right.
card is kind of weird. Still need to fix that. So we'll see.
what kind of video card do you have?
1070 GTX. It just started. It's not broken, but it's like weird when there's movement on the screen. There's like this blurry stuff and all pixelated and weird. I don't know what the hell.
Is it a driver issue or?
No, I spent like 2 hours on Wednesday night with NVIDIA support,
Oh, huh. Weird.
reinstalling everything and doing all sorts of switches and stuff. And she says it's the video card that's bugged. So I don't know.
So are you like, is there kind of a warranty, or are you just kind of?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check with Asus because I bought. That's the company that made my video card, so I have to check with them.
Okay. Yeah, mine is an Asus too, as well.
See what's up with that.
But I don't have the one that you have, so.
Yeah.
Yours is like a 980 as well, isn't it, Dark?
980 Ti, and it's like an Asus version of that, I guess.
Okay.
I still have my 970. Probably plug that in and see if it's better. See what's going on.
You have the mine's MSA 980 GTX.
Okay.
Like it's like the same one as Dark, but his is better because his is a TI. It's like Titan, so his is better version of mine.
Yep.
Wolfenstein was
Two
kind of
new
like
Colossus.
Yeah.
the big reveal, I guess. Although apparently that was leaked and expected.
They talked about it last year, so yeah, it was expected.
Yeah.
But that looks fucking
Looks
nuts.
good. I mean, looks good. I don't think it looks as impressive as a lot of people say, but
It looks
I'm
insane.
down.
Did you play the first one, Derek?
yeah, I played it when I think it was like $10 and I got it. and
There's
played it
two of
through.
them actually.
Well, there's
Yeah,
that,
the
that
new
DLC that's standalone DLC,
Yeah,
right?
the old
Yeah,
blood.
the old blood.
I haven't played that.
it. No, I haven't played it either. I might jump on it though
It's not as good.
before this.
It's not as good.
Yeah, I'd still like to play it though. And jump on it before.
Were you talking about that other Wolfenstein? Was it like Raven Software that made that one?
No.
Yeah, it's like 2009. No, I meant the
Okay,
New
okay.
Order.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I played the New Order. I haven't played that 2009 one.
This looks.
Yeah, I
did
played the
play
one
it.
with this character from, that's a direct sequel.
Yeah.
To that game.
I did play the 2009 one, so I did, and before I played the New Order.
This one looks fucked up though. Like the guy popping acid just before he he goes into the.
I didn't know what that was. Like, oh, is this Gex? Are they gonna have like a Gex game now or something? What the-
Yeah, the guy that went on.
Yeah, that was just weird as well. It's just like, okay, is this a fucking like animated thing, hybrid now or something?
Yeah.
Like fucking Space Jam or something along those lines, or. But no, okay.
And the guy that went on a giant bomb that was vaping the entire time.
Oh yeah, that's people. A lot of people were mentioning that there as well. He was talking and then he says, "Do you mind if I vape or something?"
Yeah.
And he goes, and then just people just going crazy about it.
Yeah, they've got a special team of people over there. Kind of games that they make, they need crazy ass people. Like I heard, I think it's Brad that was talking about it. Like the opening scene, you're in a wheelchair, and you're wheeling yourself along in the wheelchair, and shooting with your other hand. So you're going.
Oh yeah, I remember that. This is the.
That's what it looked like in the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first night E3 thing
Yeah.
with the editors, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember him talking about that. Yeah.
And if you go down the stairs, you can't go back up. So you need to continue on
Oh, that's cool.
your way. That like,
So that's like the opening of the game then?
yeah, like the first level.
Huh.
That looks crazy.
That reminds me
This
of
is
another
like-
game that I've played that's kind of like a surprise, so I won't say what it is, but
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Okay.
looks like a dark.
Definitely looking forward to this. So, 'cause I enjoyed the first one. I said, but like what I would have enjoyed it more if I played it on normal. Because like I said, times that game pissed me off playing on hard. So this time round, I'm sticking to normal.
Yeah, I've done that a few times myself, and I don't plan on doing that ever again.
Yeah, no.
Playing games
No.
on hard from the beginning.
Yeah.
First run.
That's a bad way to play games. I don't know why you do that, Darren.
Achievements,
Uh,
platinum.
Not really though. Just sometimes it's prefer like the challenge or something.
Okay.
But like most part I tend to play in normal. Most of the games I play, like I play the God of War games on hard and some games like that on hard now. But yeah, most of the stuff I play is normal.
Hmm.
So that was Bethesda Direct. It kind of didn't need to exist. That's my overall opinion on it.
Yeah, they could have just released the thing though. Like I said, I know like they had stuff beforehand before the actual thing, but like I said, they could have just released an actual just video like a Nintendo Direct thing, and that would have been fine rather than just
Yeah.
what it was. Because that's pretty much what it was. It was just like Pete came out like twice.
Yeah.
He came out once,
Pretty
and that was
much,
just basically a bunch of stuff, and then he came out at the end. That was
Yeah.
it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was so freaking late. It's like I stayed up for that. That's it. That was my immediate reaction. It's like,
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't stay up.
I
was a
wouldn't have
waste.
bothered staying up for like you said it was like 11 o'clock
It's midnight
for
over
you,
here.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
well, I mean, it was
Yeah.
a weekend, so I didn't really care because I could sleep in. But
But it was Sunday night, though. Sunday to Monday.
well, I took off
Oh,
Monday.
you
and
took off
Tuesday
Monday,
for-
okay.
I usually take the whole week off for E3. I'm one of those people,
Mhm.
but this year I didn't have as much vacation time because I took off, a month from work for my surgery. So
Yeah.
I only took off a couple days just to make sure I had time to watch the press conferences and the directs. So, but yeah, I guess I can see if you had to go work the next day, like that would be a total waste of time.
Yeah.
You know.
Even if I work from home, I wasn't gonna stay up because I didn't know it was gonna be only 30-something minutes. I probably would have stayed up if it was, but yeah, I didn't know if it was like 1.5 hours. It was.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think anybody knew.
I wasn't going to get up at 5 a.m. in Fort.
I like watching them live just so I can kind of
that's
be
understandable.
a part of the experience.
It was a weird fucked up schedule this year though.
Definitely.
Yeah, like the only ones I couldn't watch were the Ubisoft one and Nintendo. They're the ones I couldn't like watch.
I did watch Ubisoft live while I was working.
Well, I watched the first half an hour of the Ubisoft one because I was on my break, and then but then I went down actually just like kind of listening to it and glancing at it though because it was their closing time anyway though, so I wasn't going to get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
So I just kind of did see what was shown in that there, but then like took it off. Then I just closed it down. And then I went on Twitter like a short while later, and then just seen Beyond Good and Evil 2 was announced
again,
which we'll get to.
Yeah, speaking of Ubisoft,
that was next.
They started with the Mario and Rabbids game, which is like
XCOM Mario,
basically.
I'm very much looking forward to that game. That looks pretty cool, in my opinion.
I would say it does surprisingly look really pretty cool.
Yeah, it does look
even though
fun.
I don't really have any interest in like the characters, but
yeah,
the gameplay system seems pretty.
Yeah, that looks fun. It does look fun. I agree.
It's just kind of unexpected from like Ubisoft and Nintendo. Like you wouldn't expect something like this.
Yep.
Like a turn-based strategy game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like it just looks quite interesting though, and I think this might be more appealing to me because it won't be rock solid hard now like the XCOM games. Too bad it's out the same day as Yakuza Kiwami, so.
Oh, is it? Damn. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Well.
August 29th, so that's.
Sorry.
Sorry, Mario and Rabbids, but.
Yeah, I have another.
I'm
sticking with KU.
Yep. Kiryu and Majima.
Is that gonna be 40 hours? You think for that? More, depending on how many mini games you do.
Yeah.
What, Yakuza?
Yeah, like is there a real estate system, do you know, or anything kind of like that?
I don't think so.
Well, this is a remake of the first one. There's going to be a bunch of mini games and stuff and sub stories. I don't think there's any. I don't know if there's any like the real estate or the cabaret club and the thing. Like you only play as Kiryu in this one now as well.
Right.
Because you can't fight Majima.
Majima disappear.
I
saw the trailer.
Yeah, it's like this thing. I think that's something added for this one. It wasn't in the original. He basically just comes out of nowhere, certain spots.
Okay.
Yeah, it starts attacking.
He challenge you to a fight.
What? So is he like Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 then? Wow.
Guess so.
Interesting. Huh.
But yeah, I played the first one though. The original, and got to like chapter 4, and then just never played it. But like after playing Zero, I'm so into this game now. I just really want to play it. And
I saw the trailer for Kiwami and what is it, 6? They're up to.
Yeah, 6, the Song of Life.
Which I'm not going to play until I play the other ones.
Yeah, me too. The same here.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna play the Kiwami, and then I've got all of them anyway. Well, I got 5 on PS Plus. Problem is, I need a bigger hard drive though to play it because I only have like this 60 gigabyte one, and you need a flipping like load of space to actually have the flipping.
Oh really? That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only have the 60 gig PS3 as
Can
well.
you?
It's like 20 odd gigs or something. And even if you have like double that there, it seems still not the fucking bother. No, actually, maybe it's 30 odd gigs, I think, actually, I forget. It's like 20 odd or 30 odd gigs.
Can you plug in external hard drive?
Not with the PS3
No. Okay.
now.
No, that's right. It's on 3. Okay.
Yeah. That's the thing that sucks.
I think it's
That's the one thing I hate. I hate the fact it didn't get a physical release here.
They probably need to release.
Like,
Oh,
only-
Yakuza 5 didn't?
No, it only came out digital.
Oh.
Every other one came out, but that only came out digital. And that sucks because the PS3 fucking download speeds are fucking awful as well. It'll take a dog's
Yeah.
age to download.
Yeah. Well, maybe by the time you finish Kiwami 2, 3, 4, and then by the time you get to 5, they may have ported it to PS4 or something like that.
2, 3, 4 on 2.
Well, apparently they are interested in they might be bringing it over to the PC.
Okay.
If they do, I'll get it
Oh,
there.
right. They did talk about 6 and Persona 5 to PC, right?
Yeah, like they're considering bringing that. Like, yeah, if they do somehow bring the Yakuza Z's over to PC, please bring 5 over.
Yeah.
So
Bring 'em
we won't
all
have to
over.
worry about flipping download. Yeah, like, I'll download on PC, of course, because I have the space. I won't take a fucking decade to download,
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
definitely.
I hope they bring the remake of 2 over here, because that has been remade.
Yeah, that would
too.
be cool.
No, it is. I think it's just a HD version, HD up-res version of it.
Oh, well, in any case, that one.
Yeah, but it's the same. Like they did remake the first one now, but they had the HD remaster of the first and second.
On Wii U, right?
Yeah, and PS3.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, I don't know if they might bring that one out. I have it. I have the second one anyway. Like the only one I don't have is the spin-off, the Dead Souls game. But it's like don't really care about it anyway because it's not part. It's not
not
part of the
canon.
canon.
It's
So
not canon.
yeah, so
Well, isn't there like one in like, was it feudal Japan or something? Like the
yeah, but they
samurai
never
era?
came out here.
Well, right, but I mean, it exists, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
but yeah, they're
It exists somewhere.
spin-off ones as well.
yeah.
I'd like to play them ones though because they look cool, but again, I'm not fluent in Japanese, so I can't play them.
Yeah.
Unless I can go online and find some sort of like translation guide.
Yep.
Back to Ubisoft. They had Assassin's Creed Origins again, and they had Chris Waters for some reason, which I don't know why he's there.
He works at
Apparently,
the-
he works for Ubisoft.
He works at he works at
Which is
Ubisoft.
like-
He's been there a
Yeah, he
while
works
now.
at-
Kind of. I didn't know that, so
Mhm.
that was cool.
Yeah, I follow him on Twitter still though. Yeah, but he's been there for quite a while now. I think he left sometime last year. He left he left GameSpot like last year sometime and
Yeah.
to join Ubisoft along with Andy Berman, who was like the video guy behind like Danny O'Dwyer's stuff on GameSpot. He's over there as well.
They didn't really show anything there, but they just talked about, after the show they'll have 30 minutes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Gameplay
I saw
of it
that.
or whatever. Oh, okay.
It was good.
I didn't know.
It was
Didn't
fun.
watch it.
It looks really good.
Then we have a game that is a sequel to a game that did not have Minnesota in the state or in the country map of the United States, which kind of really bugged me.
Oh, the Crew 2.
Yeah, and they're really pushing
Doctor
like,
Strange edition.
land, sea, and air. Like you drive boats and fly planes and drive cars.
Yep.
So I mean,
They're trying to make it like kind of like their version of Forza Horizon, except you can drive more than just cars.
I saw an extended gameplay
I-
thing of that. It looks cool. Looks fun.
I just hope they can get the handling model of the cars better.
Yeah.
Because that was the main issue with me, the crew, that and like the map being all fucking weird. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the concept of that game now. Like I enjoyed of what we played of it though, but it's not like it wasn't brilliant by any means. But hopefully this one's better. Hopefully do like fix the handling and stuff like that there and make it a better game overall.
yeah,
Yeah.
Really, I definitely like the concept. Like they really pushed like driving across America, but then the place you live doesn't exist in your game, yet you live in America and you're pushing this game as being driving across America. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
So, and it's not like I live in the freaking boonies either. So.
Yeah. Yeah, Minnesota's pretty a known place.
I mean, Prince came from here. Come on.
Yeah.
Didn't it have like it was like St. Louis or something instead?
I think St.
Yeah, I
Louis.
think the closest city was either Detroit or St. Louis to where like Minnesota was supposed to be, which is weird.
Kakalaki.
South Park, Fractured Butthole. I did see some gameplay. They didn't show a whole lot here.
Yeah, I saw some extra gameplay of that too.
I saw like a 15 or 20 minute demo, and it actually looked pretty good. So we'll see.
Yeah, it looks okay. Looks like the first one a little bit, except with more moves and more stuff to do. Was it the one at the strip, the fighting at the strip club that you saw?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I saw.
There was like a mini game where you had to do like a lap dance and stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It looks pretty good, and I do like the superhero setting.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I think it's out in October, isn't it?
The first game was pretty good, so.
Let's see. Did they put the date on here?
I think it's October 12th, I think.
Oh, no, that was...
Another pirate game.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Skull and Bones.
This is like a pretty generic title, but...
Yeah.
Where they thought it was going to be, is this going to be another flipping Assassin's Creed game set in this timeline?
I mean, it looks basically like the ship combat from Assassin's Creed, but that's the core game.
Yeah, it's been
like
made into its own
yeah.
game. Because I think it's the actual team who probably worked on that combat is working on this game.
Yeah, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ubisoft Singapore, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I actually thought it was an Assassin's Creed or like derivative when they showed that.
How was the ship combat in M4? Because you
good.
played it more than I did.
It was very good. Was one of the highlights of that game for sure.
Yeah, I heard good things about it. So yeah, looks. I actually do like the look of this game. It's not out for another year or though. Cause it's like I think it was like fall 2018. So
it's a ways off.
At least another year and a bit though before we actually see this game come out. So they'll probably show more of it again probably next year then.
Yeah.
There was that Elijah Wood VR thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Transference.
Like transferring into VR or something.
Enter the home of a mind. Weird tagline.
Yeah.
Just Dance, I think that's what it's called, right?
Just Dance, yeah.
Yeah, Just Dance 2018.
That's a very popular game.
That's basically the obligatory thing every year.
They have to show it like it's really popular.
It's like this is basically what you expect because like Stan Lee be's in every MCU film.
Yeah.
Just Dance is going to show up in the Ubisoft conference. Yeah, because the thing is, they still sell it on the Wii.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, this one's coming out on the Wii. There was.
Yeah, it's like one of I think it's the only game that still goes on. It still
Did
comes
they
out
put
on the
Madden
Wii.
out on the Wii or FIFA?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think
okay.
so. I think it's just last gen, the 360 and PS3 at this point.
Okay.
I don't even know if they actually do that now.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's on 360 and PS3. I think they don't do anything anymore on those consoles.
Interesting. South Park mobile game, Phone Destroyer.
It's a card game, wasn't it?
I don't know if it's a.
Kind of
I think
looked
it was
like
a
it,
card
Oh
game.
yeah, it does look like a card game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'll give it a try if it's free to play. Starlink, which is like Skylanders but with ships, and you plug them onto your controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Switch though is like weird. Like you build them up and just put them on the thing. I was like, okay,
That looks weird.
Yeah, it's like these huge things.
interesting indeed.
I like the way they look, but yeah, I don't know what the game will be like. Steep DLC, which
For the Olympics, yeah.
did anybody play that game?
I'm not sure.
Nope, I don't think so. According to what no, I don't think so. Sort of came and went that game.
Yeah, I think
Didn't have much. That was like released to like a dead end of the year as well, which is like December time. It's like okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that their like the big reveal at the end of their press?
That was the one.
conference
That was their
year?
like. That was last E3.
Okay,
That was
yeah,
their
that's
thing
what
at the
I thought.
end. They always have that thing, their like big reveal thing at the end of each E3 movie self conference, and that was it last year. I don't think people were that excited for it, and
No.
apparently it wasn't that great a game either. So
Mm-hmm.
I think
Far
that-
Cry.
but-
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, go ahead. I actually forgot about Far Cry 5 because I was actually going to go on to that this year's big reveal. But go ahead. Far Cry 5. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't really know what exactly is going on with the story in this game.
I have
but,
no
you know,
idea.
I like Far Cry 3 and 4, so I'm
Yeah,
potentially on board. Kind of see though.
it looks kind of weird, like a weird ass
Yeah, it does.
thing.
It does.
I think you play as
But it
different
looks like you
characters.
have. Is it? Oh yeah, didn't they say it was like co-op the whole game?
Yep.
The story mode is co-op the whole game.
Yep.
Did they confirm
Yeah,
that?
it's confirmed. It's co-op the entire game.
Okay. If that wasn't the case, I don't think I would get this game.
Because you can switch
Yeah, I don't know.
different characters. You can even be a dog in the game. So
Because that was the one thing that this prevented me. As I said, that was one thing that prevented me from finishing 4 was there was no story co-op in 4.
Mhm.
It's just like
Yeah.
you do the outposts and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
you can't.
that sucked.
That really did suck.
And the big reveal. Go ahead.
Yep, that was the big reveal. The Beyond Good and Evil 2. Another sign of the apocalypse.
Yep.
Has been unlocked.
yeah, this time.
The trailer was really, really good, but I want to know what the gameplay's like.
It's really, really like salty and really sweary. that video, that trailer.
Oh,
it's
it is.
complete-
Yeah, it's like, okay, do we really need to say fuck so many times? You
Yeah.
know, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's completely like the opposite of the first game.
Exactly.
Yeah, it seems like that. Yeah.
Like, are they going for a more mature route this time? Like, this is a prequel now, so it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a prequel.
Parents not even started development yet, though. It's like, is this just okay? We're just announcing it now, and not have even started development on it yet.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, is that a Kickstarter? Because they were talking about it. Like, it kind of seemed like it was a Kickstarter or something.
Well, it didn't.
I
Nah.
don't
Well, just
think
like go on
so.
this.
I think it's-
Forget the actual site though. It's like the Space Monkey
But
program.
yeah, this program is like, wait, what? What is this? Because like,
It's
when they brought out like
probably-
all the people, like it just kind of seemed like a Kickstarter.
Yeah. It seems something along those lines.
I
Like
haven't.
go
I
on,
haven't.
I think it's the team.
go
that worked on
online
it.
and just sort of go on and help the sort of development or something, or help the like kind of development or whatever of this game or along those lines. I did go on the line, but it wasn't like anything like donate, give $5, give $100 or something like Kickstarter was now.
And Michel Ancel.
So they don't. So there is not any donation thing on there. Okay.
Not that I can see.
That reminds me. There's a couple games that I backed on Kickstarter recently.
Which ones did you back?
I backed that Nikola Tesla like Metroidvania game,
Oh yeah, that one looks cool.
and then there was another one that I almost backed. It's called like Blasphemous or something. It's this really gory like 2D
Yeah, I've seen that
Salt
one as
Sanctuary
well.
or something.
Yeah, it looked
I
pretty
almost
cool
backed
as
that
well.
one, but I didn't back that one. So. But yeah,
I'm not backing another game until the one I did back comes out and see if it
Yeah.
sees the light of day.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I put in like the not quite the minimum, but like one little step up or something, so it wasn't that much.
Mm-hmm.
I was not gonna do another Mighty Number 9.
Yeah, not gonna get burnt again.
Mm-hmm.
Although it sounds like now that they merged, that concept merged with level 5, I did get an email, a backer email, and it made it sound like they're actually working on, finally rewarding the people with the other physical rewards, like the strategy guide and like the game cases and stuff like that. So.
Hey, just a whole fucking year after that game came out.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yep.
Yeah, that was bad.
You never played it though, didn't you? Not.
No, other than the beta, no, I have not played.
Okay.
Everything I've heard is like, yeah.
It's not as bad as what people say it is. It's not like god awful.
Well, I didn't even like the beta at all that I played.
Yeah,
so.
but it's not like, but it's not like really fucking horrible now. Like I played worse game. I got it like for dead cheap. It was like £7 on CD keys, and I got it. I was like, yeah, it was mediocre. It was like average, but like I wouldn't go and recommend it to anyone now to play it, unless you're like, just like unless you really want to though. But other than that, don't bother.
Mm-hmm.
I did play a Mega Man like game called like 20XX, I think it's called, on Steam. And that game is way more like Mega Man than Mighty Number 9 is. It's kind of interesting, and it's actually co-op too, which is crazy.
Is that a new game or what?
I think it's a fairly new game, yeah. I played it over at my friend's house when I played. Speaking of Dead Cells, oh my god, that game's awesome. That's the first early access game ever. Well, no, I did buy Battlegrounds to play with you guys, but yeah, Dead Cells is so good. Like if that comes out this year, it's definitely gonna be in my top 5 for sure. It's so good.
I think they said like I think they're not gonna have it out this year. I think it's gonna be another 12 to 18 months or something,
Okay,
maybe.
yeah, well, that's fine.
Like I think they did say it on the actual early access part of the, on the state on their Steam page, so it was. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that game though. Like a lot of people who played it says it's excellent. A lot of people say it's like, even if it's like a actually early access game, it just feels like an actual full game though.
Oh yeah, totally does. It does. Yep. It's cool.
Yeah, like I do love the art style of it. This looks pretty awesome. Yeah, it says it'll last about 8 to 12 months.
Okay.
So it probably won't be out till sometime next year then. So it'll be in your top 5 in 2018.
Yep. So yeah, Ubisoft. I don't know. It wasn't as bad as past years, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think it was probably the best for me. Press conference.
Because it didn't have your favourite on it, Derek. That's why you enjoyed it more.
There was no like cringe-worthy stuff in it, other than maybe like the Just Dance thing, but that wasn't long enough. That was short enough. But yeah, there was no Girlwood or stupid shit like that, or like the cosplayer saying some dumb thing, and just that kind of stuff. Like the EA had a lot of that.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh yeah, that gay. I
think
like
it's YouTuber, influencer, or whatever. That was like,
yeah, apparently it was like
bad.
Apparently his teleprompter kind of cropped out on him or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think that
when
if you're
when
a
did the term
YouTuber,
influencer came around? Because I know it's like all of a sudden this influence. I always just known them as YouTubers.
It's been
Now
at least a year, but yeah, I know it is a weird.
Yeah,
term,
it's a weird term.
Sure.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what?
But you'd think that if this guy was an actual YouTuber, he would have some presence on the camera, and he would kind of
not be
have a better idea of like how to speak when he doesn't have something to read in front of him. So that was weird.
Yeah, I know. I've even heard of the guy, to be honest, though, who it was.
I do watch a fair amount of YouTubers, but none of them were on any of this stuff. So.
Yeah, they're probably the better ones anyway, rather than the annoying ones you see on No, I'm sure that guy's all right though. But like I said, I don't recall I don't know who he is. So I don't follow most of the popular channels anyway. So it was Sony's time at 2 a.m. here, so it was.
What was?
Did you watch? You watched it live, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
I did too.
So I came home from work though. That I was working that day and came in home Tuesday morning. It's like, yeah, I was gonna stay up for us anyway and watch it though, because I would have been up anyway. So I wasn't just watched it. And to be honest though, I probably would have better off if I just went to bed.
Yeah, I mean, it had some good stuff, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like it was probably the worst conference Sony's done in a while.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Like last year's was alright as well, but at least it had better stuff coming out of it though. Like I had the whole Death Stranding trailer. Like, what the fuck is this crazy shit?
Yeah.
And I like the God of War unveiling in that there as well, which is like a bit of a surprise.
Yeah,
I think
but
another part of it for me was you didn't have multiple people coming. Like there was no Shuhei, like there's no like the PlayStation has some people that work there that are kind of like fan favorites. Now they won't have as many as they used to, but it was just what was it? Sean Layton.
Sean Layton just came out twice again, like the Bethesda one, and that was it.
Yeah.
And all it did was show like trailers and stuff like that.
Yeah, it seemed like and it was kind of short too. It was like just over an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like definitely short by there, because they usually go about
they usually go like
90
hours.
minutes.
Yeah, at least 90 minutes.
I was like, okay, this is just all of a sudden this is it. Like it's like nearly 3:15 or something. This is over already.
Yeah. It didn't feel as bad as Bethesda, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, when like you got to the end, it's like, okay, we're gonna show you this new thing of it, and I was like, Spider-Man. They're ending on Spider-Man. It's just a weird choice.
Yeah, it did seem weird. It seemed like
That's their biggest game, I think. They're showing.
Was it because it's coming out? It must be because it's coming out this year, right?
It's coming out next year.
2018.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But so is everything else on that fucking thing, anyway. So.
Has there been a release date announced for Days Gone or Detroit?
Days Gone is next year.
Is it now?
Detroit is this year. The end of this year.
Oh, okay. Right. Cause I'm actually surprised. Like, I thought they would have like announced a release date for Detroit, especially because it's been shown the last few years as well. Like they just didn't show anything.
Yeah, Detroit is this year. I'm pretty sure.
Cause usually sometimes it's like I like to say like trailer and then okay show the release date, but nothing.
Yeah.
Cause that's tend to do with most games though. Like God of War's early next year.
Yeah, they didn't. No.
A lot of early next year.
Yeah, a lot of the games they showed was pretty much next year. Like, not a whole lot from this year they showed, to be honest.
Well, they showed
as far as I can
Call of
recall.
Duty.
Well, Destiny 2. But...
Destiny 2.
Yeah, but nothing like new was announced that was coming out this year.
Nothing new, no, not really.
Right.
Like nothing like first party now, apart from like.
There wasn't an announcement
Detroit.
from Sony, I think. Nothing really.
Yeah, there's nothing that we didn't know about, right?
No.
I don't think so.
Well, Shadow of the Colossus remake,
right.
which is like that was just
kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
maybe I'll finally play it this time. So.
Yeah, I didn't play it either.
As somebody who hasn't played the game, it does look really good. So the remake looks.
Yeah, it does look nice. I already played the game like 2-3 years ago, and while it's a good game,
You don't want to play it again?
I can easily not play it again. Yeah, it's not one of those games I'd go and play again. But for those who have never played it before, then definitely try it out. It's a very good game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might check it out.
Do you know what the premise is, Dennis?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, just go around and
Climb on Colossus.
kill these different
Yeah, and then I know what the twist is, so I won't say anything here. But yeah, I know what it is.
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know what the twist is. So
Yeah, that's why I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
okay.
The glass Colossus in that game is fucking awesome. Though it's just a fucking skyscraper fucking size, so it is.
Did they show it in the trailer?
No, I think they showed
No.
the first
Okay.
one, right? First Colossus.
They're showing a bunch of them now, but like the last one in the game is just fucking huge. It's like this big fucking like is this skyscraper like size fucking Colossus. Like you think, you think some of those ones are tall in the trailer though. Like fucking go and play through it and do the last one. It's a tall as hell.
Yeah, I'll try that game.
I really, yeah. Like I played the HD remastered version of it.
I actually own the PS2 one and the PS3 one, but I haven't even.
So do I. I own both of them.
And they're both still sealed.
But I remember playing the PS2 version, trying to play through the Q10, and then when going down towards the second Colossus, it's just flipping the start to like frame it start to hitch and then just start to slow down, and all of a sudden it just ran very badly then, so it did. And then I got the PS3 version and it ran a lot better.
Yeah. So, what else? Call of Duty? World War II?
Yeah.
Which looks alright.
Yeah, like I said, there's not a whole lot memorable from Sony though. It just basically showed a bunch of trailers, like the show Destiny. Of course, I'm getting that game. You don't need to show me any more of that.
Exactly.
You don't need to show me all that game. I'm getting it anyway. God of War again.
Yeah, that looks really good.
That looks really good. Like, really, really good.
Yeah.
That's gonna get me into God of War. Probably.
I never played Ascension, but I played 1, 2, and 3.
Ascension's good.
I played 1. That's it.
I like the final boss in Ascension more than I do in 3.
Okay.
In fact, there's some actually good boss fights in Ascension. Yeah, I've played all of them. I played the 1, 2, 3 Ascension,
PSP one,
Chains of Olympus, and Ghost of Sparta. Yeah, got them. I've got them all. Like I say, I'm a big fan of that series, so definitely getting this one.
Yep, God of War starring the Big Show.
Pretty
and
much.
he looks exactly like him.
and
yeah, big fucking long ass beard. Yeah.
Framped.
Pretty funny.
Framped in Dark Souls.
Oh yeah, the end, yeah.
Looked
The
like
World Seeker. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Like Framped or Kiath from Dark Souls, exactly.
What'd you guys think of Days Gone?
I
thought
have
it
no
looked
in that game.
better than when they first announced it, but it's not anything I'm really looking forward to, I guess.
It just reminds me of too much of Last of Us, and my thoughts on Last of Us.
Yeah, no Last of Us 2 this year. That's weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, people were expecting that.
I was
to be
expecting a
honest.
trailer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing of the sort.
Yeah. Days Gone looked
I d-
like Walking Dead mixed with Last of Us to me.
Yeah. And the Lost and Damned from GTA.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
Because the biker, yeah, I could see where you're coming from there, Dennis. Like it does look okay though, but it's not like I said. It's just one of the games I'm least looking forward to though.
I
Like,
need to see
couldn't
more
really
of
say
it.
less.
Like what I saw this year kind of got me a little bit more interested in it. Like I really don't care for another zombie game, but I mean this kind of looks different from the others.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can lure zombies to attack other people, which is kind of cool. So
Excuse me.
if that seems to be the premise of the game, that would be kind of awesome that you can do something like that. But we'll wait and see how that goes and how it turns out. But yeah, I'm more interested than I was last year for sure. Just wait and see how that goes. That's next year anyway, so we'll see.
I thought Uncharted was Tomb Raider at first.
Yeah.
Like at the very beginning of the trailer, I was like, "Oh, Tomb Raider." Oh wait,
No, I knew it was Uncharted Lost Legacy, to be honest.
I kind of have no interest in that at all.
I'd rather just watch someone play
Yeah.
it, because I got to that point where I just can't, I just don't like the gameplay in Uncharted that much now.
Yeah.
Like I said, just as I said before many times.
I know what you mean.
Like I said many times before already, I've said it numerous times in this podcast, the gameplay in Tomb Raider is just so much better.
Like a step above.
Yeah, it's just so much. It's the controls and not there are just so much better and not there.
Yeah, but
Like there's
Uncharted.
Uncharted's better in the story and the presentation side of things, but Tomb Raider's better in the gameplay side of things. Like I just that would just be the awesome, really great game if they just combine those two together.
Mm-hmm. Yep. For sure.
But yeah, I'm not gonna get it though. To be honest, might just watch it, let's play of it.
Yeah.
So
I'm definitely not getting it.
Horizon Zero Dawn expansion.
DLC.
yes.
Frozen Wilds. I cannot wait to play
I will not be getting it.
No?
No. No.
Yeah, me and James Logan are all... James already pre-ordered pre-ordered the thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting it.
Yeah, me too.
Because I really like the first one. I really like the one, not the first
original.
one. I like the the vanilla game. So it is.
Detroit becoming human.
I'm not getting that. I don't think because it's a QTE game, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much going to play a lot
David
like
Cage.
the previous Quantic Dreams
I
games.
like what I've seen in the story and like the setting, but if it's going to be like the previous games, then I'm not going to be playing that game.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be like that.
QTE City.
I'll get it though because I liked Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls.
I
despite
like
what other people think.
I like his games, so I'm
Yeah,
aboard.
I never played Fahrenheit now or that.
Yeah, me neither.
Never played Fahrenheit now, but never or / Indigo Prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed Heavy Rain and Beyond Two
Yep.
Souls. They're both in my top 10 games of their respective years.
Vinny played some of it. He said it was very good. So
Yeah. So I'm curious to see what it is.
Yep.
What it's like.
It seems to be kind of a Vinny game because it's like an adventure,
yeah,
more of an adventure game than like a action game, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty much what those games are like. They're like adventure games because they have like different endings and different branching paths,
Choices and
etc.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and choices, etc. Like there's like there's like several different endings you can have in Beyond Two Souls depending on what choices you made throughout the game. And like I went with my ending and I never looked up what the other endings were in that game since it came out.
yeah.
Because I just felt happy with the way I went with that game, though I just didn't want to go and see what the other endings were, because it would just spoil the
fun.
probably just spoil the fun of my playthrough of that game.
Monster Hunter coming to PlayStation.
PS4, Xbox
Yeah.
One, and PC.
Yep.
Yeah. People thought it was exclusive at first, but then it was announced later on. It's
Yeah, well, I thought it was exclusive at first, but
Yeah.
yeah. A friend of mine, another Canadian friend of mine who actually went to E3 this year, is like ecstatic about that game, and he told me actually like teared up during the trailer. Like for him, Monster Hunter is like his life pretty much. Like he puts thousands of hours into those games, so he's like super excited.
Like a Jason A. Striker.
Even more so
Yeah.
than Jason. Yeah. So, and I'll probably get the PS4 one just so I can play with him.
Yeah.
Because it does look a little bit more
Accessible.
approachable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like the idea of it. It's just handhelds and trying to play like a game like that where you're putting in like dozens and dozens of hours is not appealing to me.
Yeah, it's a game that a lot of people there's a bunch of people I follow on Twitter that really love that series though, and like I try to like 4 Ultimate is probably like the one I've put the most time into, but still not nearly as enough as other people. Like I've probably maybe put like 10-15 hours in it though, whereas like probably people put like 100-200 hours into it.
Yep.
But like I enjoy the game, but like and apparently like it was like rumors about this is going to be happening, and this one might be more streamlined to
that was the rumor.
Bring in newcomers, which hopefully that's the case.
Well, if they're going multi-platform, they don't have a choice to streamline everything if they want to bring in people. It's pretty much what they have to do. Don't really have a choice. I might check it out.
Yeah, they showed a bunch of VR stuff. They had the Impatient, which is the next game from the developers of Until Dawn, which I might check out because I really liked Until Dawn.
Yeah, I still haven't played that.
None of you's played Until Dawn, Hannes?
No, I finished it and I killed everybody on purpose because...
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you...
The fucking QTEs, like I totally hit the button on time. It's like, oh, now this character's dead. Well, I'm not going to get the trophy for everybody living, so I might as well kill everybody and get that trophy. That's what I ended up doing.
Yeah.
It was kind of amusing doing that, but I mean, that's not what I
that must be fun, just killing everybody. Must be cool.
It's kind of weird because there were times where I'd purposely not do any QTEs and just see what happens. Mm-hmm. And like it wouldn't really matter, like it wouldn't really affect the outcome. But then there were other times where you had to get the QTEs right, and then or if you didn't, you'd fucked. Mm-hmm. So that was my biggest issue with that game. It's just
too many QTEs. Yeah.
The reliance on those, and then like some of them not being that important at all, and some of them being super important. You know.
Yeah, because they're always going to have. There is going to be a point in the game where this character will die. Just have like the set point pieces in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got everyone to live though, but I kind of cheated though.
You had to. I think you talked about it before. You had to reload a save or something.
Yeah, like I got to reload a save, like the last one though, and Fupp and I had the thing on. Like you didn't have to move the controller. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, the characters. I wasn't fucking moving the controller whatsoever.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely interested in trying that out. It is like VR. I think is it going to be VR only probably?
Yeah, are you going to do QTEs in VR now?
Yeah.
Or not?
Well, I don't know what the game's going to be like though.
Yeah.
At the moment though.
I hope it's not a QTE game.
Marvelous Capcom.
Nobody needs those unless it's like a rhythm game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they announced a few things beforehand before the Sony conference, like that Gran Turismo Sport. They showed it off, and apparently it's come out in fall. Which, okay, great. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, exactly.
Gran Turismo has a history of delays. Mm-hmm. Gran Turismo 5 got delayed, Lord knows how many times.
Yeah. They showed NAC 2 during the pre-show, which is weird.
Yeah. It's September 2nd? No, I forget. Like some time in September anyway.
Yeah.
Hope that game's better than the first one.
I don't know.
That first game's not so good.
They showed Undertale.
It's very, very...
I think Austin Walker thought it was really good, so...
Did he?
Yeah, I
thought the first NAC?
No, NAC 2, what he played.
Okay.
Oh, right. I thought he meant the first one. It's like, okay.
No.
Yeah. From what I've seen, it looks better, though, but we'll have to wait, I just have to wait and see. Like, the first one's very repetitive. It's very, very repetitive. Plus, it was pretty hard as well, though. Like, you think it would be an easy game, given the way it looks, though, but nope. That game's not easy.
Yeah, they showed a couple of...
Yeah, Undertale's coming to the PS4 and Vita.
Yeah.
That's great. More people should play that game.
They showed Ni no Kuni 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not even listed on this freaking article, but...
Yeah.
I will be getting that game day one, but I'm not, like, dying to play it.
I am, because it was my second favourite game of 2013. when the original came out. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. It is different though because you don't have like familiars anymore, and like it.
Oh, really? You don't?
Now, from what I've seen though, it looks like these little. I don't know what they are, but they're like kind of like Pikmin.
Huh.
So they are things. So they are.
Because that was like the key gameplay feature of that game.
Yeah.
It's collecting them all.
Yeah, but it seems like from what I've seen of it thus far, that doesn't seem to be the case. Like I've seen a bunch of like battles, and you don't have different familiars. You just have these little guys. Just remind me of Pikmin.
I'll have to check out some of the gameplay footage of that.
So yeah, I love the look of that game as well. That game was a beautiful.
Oh yeah,
game.
I think I agree. It looks like a Studio Ghibli movie.
They have no involvement in this one now.
Well, I know, but it looks like that.
But it does look like
it's
pretty much retains the same graphics from the first game. Hopefully the world map music in this one is as good as the first one, because that world music in that game was awesome.
I can't remember what it was, but
it's just a bunch of VR stuff as well.
Yeah, there's stuff like That's You, Hidden Agenda. Don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's like Skyrim VR was announced, of course, like we talked about earlier. Final Fantasy 15 Monsters of the Deep, stuff like that as well, and like, Moss.
Yeah,
which looks neat.
This Crash Bandicoot coming back.
Oh yeah, Super Hot VR is coming to PS4 as well, which is heard that's really good in VR. That game.
Yeah, apparently it is.
I really would like to play that game in VR. So it's pretty cool.
And then they ended it all with Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
Yeah, it looks really good. Definitely.
It looks freaking amazing, to be honest. Really, really good.
Have you played any like Spider-Man games?
2.
I played Maximum Carnage a lot. I think I played
Old school.
Is there another Super Nintendo one? I think I've probably played. I played the Neversoft Spider-Man PS1 games. I remember the first one for sure.
I played Spider-Man 2, which is considered.
Oh, what's that one where? What was it called? It was on 360.
The one you play as 4 different ones?
Shattered Dimensions?
Is that the one?
You play as all the different Spider-Mans?
That's the one you play as like 4 different Spider-Mans, like 2099, Spider-Man Noir.
No, not that one.
Web of Shadows?
Yeah, that one. I played that. I like that a lot.
Is that the one with Wolverine?
Yeah, I think it is.
There's like Venom in it.
Wolverine?
Wolverine? God, what?
Wasn't Wolverine in that one, I believe?
Was he?
There was a bunch of them on 360. It was like Spider-Man 3, then there was Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, there was Web of Shadow, there was the Amazing Spider-Man ones as well. There was Spider-Man Edge of Time, I think it was called, or something, as well.
Okay, I'm looking at it. Was Web of Shadows. I don't remember Wolverine being in it though. Was he like a playable character or something? Because I don't remember that.
But I think he was on the cover, Wolverine, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it looks like he's on the DS version, or no, the DS version maybe. But I did play Web of Shadows, and I really liked that game a lot. Like that was like Venom was like kind of like key part of that one.
Yeah, like I'm looking at the box art now. It's like Spider-Man, like big, and then like left there's like Venom, and then the right there's Wolverine.
I seriously don't remember Wolverine being like a key part of that. Because you could switch between like the black suit and then the regular suit, and that's who you were playing. You were playing Spider-Man.
Okay.
Maybe he was.
If you're not mistaken with Spider-Man 3.
I have not played any of the movie games.
Oh, okay.
2 was very good. No.
Yeah, a lot of people really like the second Spider-Man game, the Spider-Man 2 movie game.
I'll have to look and see what Wolverine actually did in the game.
Wolverines.
Maybe there was like assist characters or something that you could bring in, and he was one of them.
I really don't. I really don't know.
Well, in any case, we don't need to spend more time on that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Spider-Man, the new game looks very good.
Yep.
Does have QTEs though, unfortunately.
They didn't look to be too bad.
No, you have a lot of time to press a button, from what I saw.
Yeah, that doesn't. They didn't seem to be too bad.
I don't mind QTEs anyway. I like some of them, so they do. Like I've been used to them though for a long time now, since like Shenmue.
I don't love them, but you know, if they're there, they're there. Whatever.
It's like certain games I'm okay with them, but certain games I have issues. So I don't know. Like God of War, I had no problems, but like Bayonetta, can't even fucking play the game. I know there was a part in Resident Evil 4 where the QTEs they would change if you screwed up, so you couldn't memorize.
Yeah, you
what they would
couldn't
be.
focus. Yeah, it couldn't be the.
There was
same
one
buttons.
boss fight that was a really big pain in the ass, but like once I got past that, it was okay. So yeah, there's certain games that I'm better at than others.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lords of Shadow as well has the Lords of Shadow 2 is the option to turn them off.
Oh yeah,
as
you can turn them
well,
off, which is great.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I haven't played that game, but yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and Bayonetta 2, it doesn't have any whatsoever, as far as I can recall. So, you might like Bayonetta 2 more.
Well, I have it on Wii U, so yeah, and I do intend to play it at some point.
Yeah, go play. I want to say I just recently finished the first one again on Wii U, and that game is still awesome. And yeah, like after like playing through it as well, like this game's pretty tough. Like, because I remember 2 being easier than the first one now, because I think they had like the witch time, like the time you have like the evade and thing is a bit more forgiving than it is from the first one. Hence they made the things a little easier. But yeah, so Spider-Man does look great though. I'm very much looking forward to it. So
Yeah, it looks really
it's
good.
Insomniac though, so they haven't. They've had more hits and misses like that development studio.
And the kid at the end, I think, is
Miles Morales.
Spider-Man 2099, I think.
Oh, I think he's the current Spider-Man in the comics.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, I'm not into the.
Yeah, I think Peter Parker's
You're
dead.
Because I
The only
know
comic-
there was they made a big deal about it when Peter Parker was no longer Spider-Man. It was this other guy. But I think, I don't know, are they both Spider-Man now? I don't know. I don't read the Spider-Man comics.
I think he plays Peter Parker as Spider-Man.
Yeah, this one is Peter Parker, yeah. That's the voice of, I heard it's the voice of one of the guys in Yakuza that voices him.
Really?
The American translation of Yakuza, not the Japanese one, of course, but yeah.
What, Mark Hamill?
Mark Hamill.
That's the only one I recall from Yakuza, the English dub of it.
He plays the Joker.
Oh, like the original Yakuza? Wasn't that like really bad?
I
Yeah,
think
Mark
so,
Hamill
yeah.
played a character. I think the guy who was, what's his name? Michael something. The guy who played Lex Luthor in Smallville. That guy.
I never watched.
I think he was the voice of QU, I believe. I could be wrong though.
Apparently it's him that plays the voice of Peter Parker.
That can't be right. He's a bit old, isn't
Well,
it?
anyway, I heard it's somebody from Yakuza. The American dub of Yakuza.
Okay. I'm curious. I'll have to look that up.
And apparently the Kingpin is voiced by the same guy from Daredevil. From the Netflix thing.
It did sound
Oh,
like it.
Vincent D'Onofrio? Okay. That's interesting.
So, shall we get to Nintendo? It's getting kind of long.
Yep.
here.
Let's
Yeah.
go to Nintendo. I did watch the briefing for the first.
What?
Yep.
Was there anything you even cared about in that?
Yeah, well, that Mario game looks. As I said, as I tweeted out, like I really don't care for JRPGs or, like Yoshi or Kirby or whatever. But
I wouldn't.
that Mario thing looks pretty fucking crazy. That looks really good.
Game looks
It does
fucking
look good,
awesome.
even though I don't like Mario games other than Mario 2.
That looks like a trippy
It does look good.
type of Mario.
I'm so looking forward to that game. I just want that game now.
So that's probably your most anticipated now of the rest
That
of the year?
along with that with the Yakuza Kiwami,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just blown away by that trailer. Though it's like, okay, it's like I didn't know what it was going to be at the start. Though when it showed the T-Rex, I was like, okay, what the heck's this? And then it showed the cap. It's like, okay, and it's showing him possessing all sorts of things like Goombas and bullet bills and frogs and
Yeah.
taxis and fucking human beings and
I know Dan Reichert was
fucking,
losing his fucking mind during the stream, so.
he had his mouth fucking like jaw just dropping like several times throughout that
Yeah.
video.
So did you guys watch the press conferences with them, or did you watch
I watched
them
him with the giant bomb.
clean? Oh,
Yeah, I
always-
watched him.
I always watch them like clean because I don't want like people talking during certain parts of it, and then I go back and kind of see what people thought of.
Except the Sony one because
their
their stream cut out, the giant bomb stream.
Yeah, their feed. Yeah, that's pretty much I watched it then because their
So I
thing was
watched
just
the end of
going.
Sony.
Just really went really bad. Like just cut several times.
Yeah.
So I had to switch and watch the rest of it, like without their commentary over it.
Mhm.
Okay.
But yeah, Rocket League coming to Switch.
That's not a surprise, and it's a perfect fucking place to
Yeah.
have it. In my opinion,
It's
that's
a perfect fit for a Switch.
That's gonna that's probably gonna sell well.
Yep.
Like I like the game though, but I'm not gonna go buy it.
I love the game. I love Rocket League.
Would you buy it if you had a Switch?
I would
Of course.
immediately.
You love that game.
Would immediately buy it.
Can you use your amiibos on Rocket League switched?
No,
Or,
but there's going to be
hats
some
and stuff.
carts apparently. Some carts from Mario in the game.
Yeah, it'll have like it'll have pretty much the same thing with Microsoft
okay.
when they had their exclusive cars. So it'll be the same thing here with Nintendo stuff.
And some hats like the Mario hat and the Zelda hat. The Link hat, sorry. On the cars and all that. So, their own little spin on the thing. So yeah, that's gonna sell like hotcakes for sure.
Yeah, they showed the Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yep.
It's coming out this year apparently. They showed Pokemon. I think they showed Pokemon Tournament a bit of it, and then it's like, hey, it's gonna be a Pokemon game coming to Switch, which everyone wants. But I'm pretty much guessing that's gonna be something like Colosseum or that Gate of Darkness game on a GameCube.
They made it sound like it was going to be a core series like RPG Pokemon.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be Colosseum or anything. If it is, that's
Okay.
really shitty because from what I
Because
read,
people, that's the thing people want for the longest time. They actually want a home console.
that's what I want.
Pokemon
Yeah,
game.
totally.
So do. So yeah. So is it going to be the Pokemon Stars or what's it going to be? Like, are they actually going to have
maybe.
it fully rendered, all 600, so is it 700 Pokemon at this point?
I guess so.
all
Yeah.
All HD or?
Well, I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be, like a mix of 2D and 3D or what. If it's going to be like as sharp as like a Mario 3D game or what. I don't know.
Or is this going to be a really sharp version of the DS games or what?
Yeah.
Like, I'm curious to see what actual it's going to be though.
I mean, it could
Like
it could just be like the 3DS games and the fact that you can play it on your TV or
Yeah, that's
that's
pretty
possible.
much. Yeah, that's my guess. What it's going to be. It's going to be just something like that. It's going to be a spruced up version of the Sun and Moon probably.
Well, they're doing that already on 3DS.
Yeah,
Which is like-
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Seems pointless to me. And I will not be buying them unless they put new Mega Evolutions in.
What is it? It's a new is this a new story or what's the deal?
I think it is like a new or like a continuation or something. Yeah.
It's just basically like Black and White 2, was it, a few years back? Like as a sequel to them?
Yeah, kind of. I think
Okay.
so.
Yeah, but that's like Pokemon. Like a lot of people love that series. I'm glad for them to have their thing. That's what people were expecting for the thing to be announced at that small Pokemon Direct video like a few weeks back as well. And instead they announced, Pokemon DX booking tournaments coming to Switch. The Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and Gold and Silver is coming to the 3DS Virtual Console.
Well, yeah, like they focused on Pokken tournament, but then it was kind of like, oh, by the way, Ultra Sun and Moon are coming out. It's like, what? Yeah, that was a weird thing.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4.
Like, here's a logo. Oh, wow, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I
see
recognize
what
the
that is.
music, and it says now in development for Switch. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. But two Metroid games were announced.
Well, yeah, after it was over, then the Treehouse starts, and they announce
Samus
a new
Returns.
2D, 2.5D remake of Metroid 2.
Yep.
Yeah, Samus
Which
Returns.
Would have been way bigger news than Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, I
but
think so. Yeah.
They did not put it in the Direct. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
That's
they're
Nintendo.
down there. Mercury Steam's doing it, which I'm hesitant because they did that Castlevania Mirror of Fate and it wasn't necessarily great. So
Okay.
I'm hesitant about what this is going to be like now. It could be good. We'll just have to wait and see.
Well, there's that Metroid 2 fan remake. That got shut down, but I think it was finished.
Yeah. Yeah, I know people I know Dan Reichert loved it, and from what I've seen, a lot of people really liked it. What have played of it? I'll have to look online, see if I can find it somewhere to download it.
I
Probably
downloaded it. I never
torrent.
installed it yet. I just kept it once I heard about it being shut down.
Yeah, I downloaded I don't think I have it anymore though. I downloaded a Streets of Rage thing. Guy did as well, and when it was released I downloaded it, and then shortly afterwards someone called to take it down as well. So pretty much the same thing. What else was there?
Kirby?
It came out.
Kirby and
Cobra and Yoshi.
Yoshi, which are only called Kirby and Yoshi for now.
Yeah, but they're gonna have proper names
Yeah.
for them though. They're just basically name plates at this point, name holders for them. Just Yoshi and Kirby. I don't know. I should be one of those guys who loved Kirby though, but I don't know. I've tried playing a few of them though, and just never got around to finishing one of them. I just drop off them.
Yeah, you should be all over those two games.
It seems
Yeah, I love Yoshi. I never finished Woolly World, or I should go. But I liked what I played of it though. But I don't know, Yoshi. Just Kirby. I think it's because I just feel they're just too easy. And when they're too easy for me, I just get bored. I remember playing Epic Yarn and playing through it, and it was just I got bored after a while because I just felt it was just so easy. I was bored. I know it's maybe a silly reason to have though, but that's what I felt.
But
I've always felt
they are
with
games
Kirby games
designed for kids, though. Those two
Yeah,
especially.
but games like Mario and that, they're but they have their level of challenge as well. So they do. Whereas Kirby's games have always been kind of the same. But maybe I should give them another chance, I guess. But I've always just felt that way with the ones I've played. I haven't played every single one now, but I played a chunk of them. I played the original on like Virtual Console. I played Crystal Shards, the 64 one on Virtual Console. Played through Epic Yarn. I played the was it one on the GBA? I think it's a multiplayer one where you can play as more than one Kirby. There's a bunch of them. I can't remember the names of them now.
Did you play that robot one?
Oh no,
3DS? Oh.
no, I haven't played that one. No, the most recent one I played was Return to Dreamland, the Wii one. It came out a lot of years back. I never played that. I never didn't play that Wii U one or the DS or 3DS ones that come out since then.
DLC for Zelda. 2 packs.
Yeah, I'll be getting that.
You'll be getting it?
Most likely, yeah. I already I pre-ordered the amiibos as well.
Oh yeah, the characters, yeah.
I like Mifa, and I like the big guy with Gerudo or whatever that race is. I forget.
Goron.
Goron, yeah.
That's one of those games I still have to go back and finish.
Yeah. I was at
I don't know
the.
if I ever will at this. I don't know if I will at this point.
I was at the restaurant.
That's too bad because it's like it's gonna be in like Game of the Year discussions for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I was at the restaurant,
and
my
like
nephew was playing it.
You know, he was playing it at a restaurant?
No, my nephew was playing it on his Switch. He brought his Switch to the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
And he was playing it, and I kind of looked, because he was sitting next to me. I kind of looked over his shoulder, watched him play it. It looks really, really good, to be honest.
It's a really good game. It's a really good game, and I don't even play Zelda games, and it's a really good game.
Yeah, I need to get it. I need to get that game.
You'd probably get it and play it and finish it before I will
exactly.
At this point, Dennis.
Yep. And the first DLC comes out like next week, I think, or the week after that.
Oh, is it like June 21st? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Master Trials, and there's like the certain things which I'm sorry, but this should have been in the, like that whole hero path mode where it shows you where you've been last like
yeah,
block of
it would have been
hours.
nice.
That should have been in the fucking main game. That's and also the hard mode as well should have been in the main game. Paying for that there, I don't know. I think that's a bit too much, to be honest. Like the trials thing, okay, that's fine though, but the whole hero's path mode and the master mode, I think that's the hard mode pretty much. Should have been in the main game. And also showed like a teaser of the second DLC pack, which seemed to be story.
Yeah, more story driven. No Link. Just the.
Like, are you gonna play as Zelda?
That's what people are thinking.
Huh.
Which would be interesting.
That's weird because I don't know what you'd actually do then.
Or you'll play as the other heroes, probably.
That would be cool.
Because there's no Link at all in that trailer. He's not there at all.
Like this could be sort of.
Oh, like it could be what's going on while he was like sleeping.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
that could be cool. Well, then yeah, you wouldn't be playing as Zelda then because she wouldn't have been there either.
Yeah, maybe as the other heroes. Because it's pretty much them that you see.
And then there are amiibos for the heroes, so maybe that would make sense.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Oh, I do not like what's his name, the fucking bird guy. He's a piece of shit. Another friend of mine agrees with me.
I don't know the names of the
I can't
characters.
think of his name right now, but
the guy playing the accordion there, the bird thing.
No.
I'm looking at the image here, and there's like.
God damn it! What the hell is his name?
Big dude. Girl, a red dude.
Man.
They're not called heroes; they're called champions.
Right, champions. Yep.
what's called a Champions Ballad, I think the
Yeah, Champions Ballad. Yeah,
second DLC.
that's why I
isn't
think
it?
you're
Yeah.
going to play as the champions.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense then. Rivali, that's his name.
Rivali, yeah, and I heard that name before. Rivali.
There's actually another. There's a Zora character that's in the game that I really like. I wish he was. I wish he was the champion.
Yeah.
Prince Sidon. Yeah, he's cool. He's awesome.
I mean, we need to get back to that game.
Yeah, look at me. I'm talking about these Zelda characters, and like, you're like the biggest Zelda fan that well, aside from my friend Zach, but like, and you're not. You haven't even played it.
And
Or like you played a little bit of it. But
don't forget it.
I played
just-
15
it's
hours. Yeah, I've played 15 hours. I haven't even got to like the first, like, you know, any of the Divine Beasts yet.
And don't forget, it was his most
Like
anticipated game of 2017.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and I think there were Nintendo Directs where you're like, all I need is a date for Zelda, and I'm good. And like,
Yeah.
it's just like Mario Odyssey.
But I'll definitely be playing the shit out of Mario Odyssey, though. I know that for a fact. I'll be playing that game and playing it to completion now.
Mhm.
I just think the problem for me was Horizon and them came out to sit close to each other.
Mhm.
And I was already like, that's one of the problems I had. And also, I just think the overpraise that game's gotten has kind of has kind of prevented me from going back to it as well. Like every time you see like Twitter people going on, oh my god, and people overpraising it, it's like, oh, this should be what the open world games should be like now and stuff like that. Like people just sort of going overly crazy about it is actually getting a bit annoying for me, to be honest, as well. Like, it's a good game from what I've played though, but I've played better open world games at the moment.
Some say it might be Game of the Year. We're sending people.
It's probably going to be Game of the Year, of course, for a lot of people. I like at this could end up being my GTA 4 of this generation.
Yeah.
It could very well
You're
end
what?
up
You're
being
cut out there. I
GTA
didn't hear
4.
my GTA 4 of this
Oh.
generation,
Okay.
where that was my most anticipated game of that year, ended up being my most disappointed
Same
game,
here.
and I just think it's one of the most overrated games
Of all time.
of that generation.
I think it's, for me, it's the most overrated game of all time. To be honest.
Yeah, I could see that maybe. Like that and The Last of Us are the most overrated games for me from the last generation. I know you disagree, Derek, because I know you loved The Last of Us.
I haven't played enough to.
And I like this game a lot as well.
Yeah.
So.
I haven't played enough of Last
Yeah.
of Us to have an opinion. Should go back and play that game.
You can just get the PS4 version.
Yeah, I could. That's right.
Probably you can find it dirt cheap nowadays anyway. It's worth playing through now. It's definitely a great story, but again, gameplay in it is not that great.
The start is really tough until you get a couple of weapons. After that, it gets just really easy. Apparently. So I don't know. Well, a lot of games I should go back to, but I don't.
We all should. There's a bunch of games we all should go back to and play.
Yeah.
We never will though. Like I need to go and play Batman Arkham Knight, so I do.
That's pretty old. And
Eh,
you need to go back and play
I don't
Dead
think
Space 2, I think.
Oh.
I finished Dead Space 2. I finished it last
Oh,
year.
you finished it? Okay, yeah. Okay, I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I played through it. I still think the first one's the best in the series, though.
I think the second one is about.
Yeah, I think the first one is the best as well, but the second one is very, very close.
I could not finish the first one, but the second one is fantastic.
And you played through the third, didn't you?
Yep. Finished the third. Single and co-op.
Yeah, like I finished the third one before I finished the second now, so.
And there's never going to be another one. Ever again.
Probably not.
So, do we say our big takeaways from Ether?
Yeah, that's pretty much it though. I don't think there's anything else from Nintendo now as far as
No,
I
they
can
showed that
recall.
rabbits stuff a little bit, but I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I'm looking forward to like the game. I'm just going to check. Don't think there's anything.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
there's like
nothing here,
I think there
yeah.
might have been Splatoon 2 or like
Yeah, maybe like a quick glimpse.
ARMS or something, but yeah.
No, the Fire Emblem Warriors. That's the only other thing.
Oh, right.
That was on
Yeah.
that spotlight. That was it really. But everything we already mentioned everything else, to be honest. And then it had this bunch of stuff on the Treehouse. They showed this game, this sushi game. That looked pretty cool. I forget the exact name of it though, but it's done by Indie Zero, who developed Theater Rhythm, Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to play it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Then that's all the conferences. I was expecting this to go 2 hours, and it's fucking over 3. Damn our tangents.
I'm not surprised the way it kind of went on a little bit there.
Yeah, we went on wild with Microsoft especially.
And I heard that Agents of Mayhem is not co-op.
Yeah.
Yep.
I heard that as well.
Wow.
Apparently. We're talking about the giant bomb.
Yep.
Thing. Yeah.
That was. Is that coming
who
out
was?
this year?
Yes, out the week before Yakuza, or I think it's August 22nd, August 15th. I think it's August 15th.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And it's not co-op. You switch between characters in the game.
Who went to play it now? Do you remember, Dennis?
Was it?
I think it was Alex, was it?
I think, yeah.
Or was it Dan? I think it was Brad. I forget. It was one
It's
of them.
not Brad
anyway.
for sure. I think it's Alex. That's not a Brad game at all.
Yeah, it's like say you switch between the characters. It's like okay,
Yeah.
if that's the case, that is a big drop for me.
Yeah, that kind of loses a little bit of a shine, to be sure.
Because like, I definitely want to play that game co-op. That would be a great game to play co-op.
Yep.
Because I love playing Saints Row the 3rd and 4 co-op.
It's set in this
So-
apparently the same city. Apparently,
Okay. So
same universe, same everything. So
Steelport, is that the
Is
name
it
of the city in
Steelport
Saints
or
Row the
Steel
3rd and
Bridge?
4?
I can't remember.
I think
It's
Steelport.
Steelport.
I think I think it is Steelport.
I think it is Steelport now. Could be wrong now, but I think that's the name of the city in 3 and 4.
They said it was in the Saints Row universe, so
Cause I know it was a different city now, or it's a different city in the first 2 games now.
yeah, they switch cities when Gat dies. You know, they kind of move from city to city.
Yeah. Like he died in the start of the 3rd one, wasn't
Yeah, I
it?
think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that takes a little drop for me, to be honest. That's for sure. What else? Nothing else?
That's it, pretty much. Though that's all the conferences dealt with. So what's your takeaway?
Let's go with Derek. I want to
Just-
hear what Derek has to say.
It's kind of a weird year where there wasn't a lot of like really, really exciting stuff. Most of it we knew about. A lot of weird stuff where they're having like influencers and YouTubers being pushed into the conferences. A lot of publishers having their own live streams either before or after conferences and announcing stuff there.
Mhm.
And some of it seems like it should have been at the conference, and some of the stuff that was at the conference could have been left out. And yeah, I don't know, kind of a weird year. I don't think it was as good as the last couple of years for sure.
Mhm.
Because I mean, for me, for E3, as someone who doesn't go there, I look forward to like the new announcements and like the excitement of like the year we had when God of War was announced just last year, and then we had the Shenmue year with Final Fantasy VII Remake.
That was there's one.
That
thing
was like
now,
there's nothing that can top that.
Yeah.
But But that kind of thing, like that's what I really look forward to at E3, and this didn't really
Yeah,
have
that's
it at
something
all.
I'll never forget Darren's reaction. I'll never forget that.
That's the one thing as well. We never did an E3. We never did an
Yeah.
episode for that E3, and that's one of the regrets.
You cut out there. I don't know
We never did a what?
We didn't.
Yeah, you could.
We never did it. We never did a E3 episode on. We never did an episode on that E3.
Yeah.
Really?
So we did. No, we didn't. That's the only one since we started, I believe, that we never did.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, that kind of
I
surprises
think
me
it
too
was-
a little bit.
Because I think we were trying to do one, but we just couldn't get our
Yeah, we couldn't get everybody together.
Timing down, timing down pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're supposed to have Eduardo on this one, but
Yeah,
couldn't be on.
but like
Well,
he
I was gonna ask my friend Zach, who's actually he went there.
Mhm.
You know, he's not a reporter or journalist or whatever. He just went there as he paid $250 for.
he was the public
But he's still out. He's still out there. Him and his wife went out there, and they're kind of like doing some sightseeing. Out
Yeah,
in
they're not
California
back.
still.
Yeah.
He's not back.
Yeah.
Yet, so otherwise, I would have asked him. He probably would have come on for sure.
Hmm.
No, Water was actually on. He was on a plane, I think he said.
Yeah.
At this time, when I asked him there on Twitter there a few years ago.
But yeah, weird year. I don't know. Nothing too exciting. There's stuff I'm looking forward to playing, but it's not like oh my god, I have to play this right now kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
What's your biggest game takeaway that you're definitely gonna play when it comes out?
As far as stuff that was announced at this E3, probably Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
Yeah, as far as stuff that was announced at this E3, then yeah.
What about you, Dennis? What's your takeaway?
I thought that this year was a weird E3. It was really like completely. The scheduling is way nuts, starting on Saturday, like Saturday night, and
Yeah.
like rolling into Tuesday. It's kind of weird. All the press conferences being scheduled at different times like that. Nothing really big. Nothing caught my eye like a big announcement that, you go, oh my God, I can't believe this. Can't believe this was announced or something like that. Nothing that really made the internet explode like a couple of years back, what happened and everything. Nothing really tremendous like that.
When I screamed down your ears
Yeah.
of enjoyment.
Yeah, that was a good day. That was a good moment. Nothing like that ever hasn't happened. Like, I got goosebumps when they announced Life is Strange, but that's not really anything to the amount of a Metal Gear Solid 2 or something other like really really big thing. They announced Metroid, but it's like, oh, Metroid, okay, cool, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, like that's not a huge thing now. Like it's for Metroid fans. It's not a game that sells like gangbusters now in comparison to other games.
Yeah. And Beyond Good and Evil, oh, they're still working on that. Okay, sure, whatever. It's nothing like, oh my God, like falling on the floor and freaking out. As far as the press conferences, I don't think there were anything special. There was, like Derek said, too many influencers and YouTubers and press play on a video and here you go, watch all these trailers.
I hate that fucking term, influencers. I just find it really stupid.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means, to be honest with you.
What this guy's on stage to influence me to buy
Influence
this
you
game
to buy
or something?
something or something.
Yes. Yep. That's
Basically,
exactly what it is.
yeah. Well, it's basically a marketer then. He's just
Yeah.
basically in marketing trying to sell me something then.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So instead of
I
having
don't
people,
care. Like I don't care if he's trying to sell. I'd rather look at the game and make my own opinion.
instead of having people
Yeah.
going on the stage and talking like, okay, this console is very powerful. Here's all the statistics for the console and how many units. You remember E3 used to be like that. how many units we
Yeah, it
sold
did.
and all that shit.
That was a big part of it.
Yeah, that's gone now. Now it's
Oh
influencers and
god.
YouTubers and playing Battlefront.
I'd rather have YouTubers and influencers those days where the flipping went through the
Yeah,
graphs and things like that. I remember the flipping E3 after the Wii came out, and oh my god, that was the Wii flip, that was the Nintendo bragging hour.
yeah. Those conferences were painful back in the day. There was some painful conferences. But we went from that to press play on a button. Here's the videos. Here's the trailers of everything coming out. Enjoy. Nobody's coming out to talk to you about stuff. Nobody's. That's why Ubisoft was a little bit apart from everybody else. Like people like Michel Ancel coming out and being very emotional about Beyond Good and Evil. You could see his emotion and everything.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that I like to see. Even if I don't really care about Beyond Good and Evil, I like to see him.
That's a good point. They did that even 2 years ago. They did that.
Yeah.
With like everybody, I think. So.
Yeah. Now it's like nobody comes out, just press play on a button, and watch this and enjoy, and that's it. But yeah, it was a weird E3. Apparently, it was very weird over there also, like open to the public.
Yeah, the public was there. I wonder if that had like or if that was a reason for the conferences and stuff being weird because the public was there.
Yeah.
Do you think?
They had to prepare for the public or something, maybe. I don't know. But apparently.
But I don't know if the public was able to get into the press conference.
No, they weren't. They weren't allowed in.
Oh, okay.
I think they're just there for like the
floor stuff.
Yeah. When I like years ago, it was like one of my sort of things on my bucket list. I'd always love to go to E3 though, but nowadays it's just so like, why would you go there? You just say you're there because you go there and all of a sudden, I want to go see this game.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to like wait 3 hours to play a game for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, fuck that.
I would never do that. I don't want to. I would just go around and find ones, some of the indie stuff. It's like, okay.
Or go to PAX.
Around, like, why would I want to go and play something that might be out like a week or two from now, or like wait 5 hours in line for? Like, would you go and like? Is there any game in the world would stand in line and wait 5 hours to play?
Nope. Never. Ever. I would never do that for any game. Even if it's, I don't know.
Probably not, no.
New Saints Row, new Grand Theft Auto, whatever. No. New Bully, whatever. I would not wait in line. I'd be very happy if it was coming out. But I would never wait in line 5 hours.
Yeah, like I wouldn't go out of my way and like wait in line in a queue just to get to play this game. Like if I was there, I would just go around and find like the sort of stuff that doesn't have any queues, like just any niche games and stuff like that. So I play them because they won't have
wait half an hour?
Okay,
I could wait half an hour.
Yeah, wait half an hour would be my limit though. But other than that, any longer than that, won't.
But standing up
No
5
thought, no.
hours to wait to play a game? Fuck that.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's true. That is shit.
Never.
And that's the thing with PAX as well. Like PAX is just getting sort of bigger and bigger every year. There's the amount of people go there. Like,
Yeah.
Once PAX on the tickets go on sale, there's basically sold out within flipping minutes. It seems.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that's a problem as well. You're just going around there and just like there's going to be crowd everywhere.
Yeah.
Like the only things you're going to get to play without waiting a long time is like the indie stuff.
I don't want to.
What some of the indie stuff is going to be better anyway to play than some of the bigger stuff anyway.
Yeah.
And I'd rather do it that way. I'd rather go there. I'm going to play this game. And like sometimes like the actual developer of that said any games there, and he can talk to you through game and what's it about, rather than if you're going through another big AAA game, you're going to just have some PR person there going shouting some spiel about this and that, and you like couldn't care less.
You ask them questions and they don't know about anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, no, I wouldn't.
To just give you the standard PR answer.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to E3 to be honest. I would not go. I know the Insights guys back into the day when we had the website, they went to E3, and I didn't go.
Do you know what year that was?
I I can't remember when was it. When was that?
It's 0809, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. They all went, all of them except
Oh
me.
yeah, it was '09 because I ran into some of them.
Yeah. You were there. Yeah, that's
when
right.
I was at PAX.
Yeah.
I wasn't at E3, but I was at PAX and they were there.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun though. When I went to PAX that one year, that was a lot of fun. And it was
that,
like it was before it got like super big. So like
Yeah.
I didn't really have any issues with lines or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I actually played Bayonetta there before it had come out, and that was kind of cool to play it.
Yeah, I think we sent the guys to E3 and PAX that year. But
yeah, it was before PAX 8 started as well, because I think PAX 8 started 2010.
yeah, it was the other PAX, the original one.
It was PAX
Yeah.
Prime,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it was PAX 8 started the year after. And then there's like PAX South now, and there's like PAX Australia.
Yep.
And there'll probably be a PAX UK sometime in the future.
Yep. But I guess my biggest takeaway, I really don't know.
The game you want to see the most or play the most?
The game I want to play the most
Crackdown 3?
it probably would be Crackdown 3 and the Life is Strange prequel, I would say.
Okay.
Like Mario looks interesting, and a lot of other games, Spider-Man and all that stuff looks interesting, but it's not, oh my god, I'm gonna go out and buy it, play it right away. I can
Horizon
wait
DLC?
and see what it's like down the road, but yeah, it's not really anything that I'm like, day one, I'm there, and I'm buying it, and I'm playing it. So, yep, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty much echo what these guys have said already. Though it was just a bit of a strange year. So there wasn't like anything really huge that came out though. Like previous years, like 2 years ago had the Sony conference with the sort of triple bomb with Last Guardian, Final Fantasy VII remake, and Shenmue 3.
Yep.
There wasn't anything like along that caliber this year.
I guess Beyond Good and Evil 2 is the closest thing, probably.
Yeah, that was like the biggest
Yeah.
thing to come out though, because
But that was announced
like
already
people,
once.
that was like what, back in 08 or something.
Yep.
When I was like these.
Was it that long ago? Wow.
Yeah, 08, I
Jeez.
believe. So like 9 years, and finally people get what they wanted.
Well, we'll
Like, yeah,
see.
good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just have to wait and
Remains
see,
to-
because
it
it's not
remains to
actually
be seen.
started proper development yet apparently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, that's like Shenmue 3 as well. It's like, hey, come on, we're just launching the Kickstarter.
Mhm.
We actually haven't started development yet.
Yeah.
Wish that was there though, just to see more, but they said it wasn't going to be there anyway beforehand.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was a strange year. Like there wasn't anything huge though. Like there is games, of course, like these guys said, that I'm looking forward to playing. There's just very few that I'm so pumped to play. Like definitely getting day one now.
Yeah.
But like I said, the conferences were weird this year though. Like most of them were just like trailers. Like I prefer those days when they had like stage demos.
Yep.
Like back then, like back in a few years back, they always had like a couple of stage demos, a bunch of game trailers. And now it's just mostly game trailers. Maybe you get the one stage demo if you're lucky, and then that's it. And I just prefer the way it was beforehand.
Yeah, the awkward
Rather than,
stage
like-
demos here and there. Yeah.
Giant dynamic crowd.
Yep.
Hit weak point for massive damage. I don't think I'd not those bad awkward ones, man.
Yeah.
Not
Mr. Caffeine or anything that, something.
Oh no, not Mr. Caffeine or fucking Jamie Candy.
Yeah.
Along those, not that levels of awkwardness
No.
now. Or Tak Fuji, 1 million troops.
Yeah. Girl Wood.
Oh god. It's actually weird. The Ubisoft this year was actually liked the Ubisoft one this year.
Yeah, it was very
because
calm.
Like, I didn't mind Aishi Tyler like the first year or two though, but like once you Comic Gregor just got more and more annoying.
I play
in my
video
opinion.
games. Yeah, shut up. Whatever.
So the thing is, I just don't know her. I know her best from friends.
I did like that girl from Battlefront 2 though. The main actress.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like her. She reminded me of Aisha Tyler too much.
Oh really?
Yeah. She was like, oh, I play video games. Like, okay, who are you? Why should I care?
No, but she went on the giant bomb thing, and apparently she.
But I saw that. I was like, why is she on that?
Yeah. Apparently she plays. She plays video games. She talked about them. A couple of them.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, that's but yeah, you could say that for some other guests they've had on over the years as well, like Wise, so and so on it though, because they're just like our friends with them pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like John Drake.
It was funny to see Samoa Joe and Xavier Woods there. That was funny.
I really enjoyed that segment. That was
Yeah,
great.
that was pretty great. Like Drew and Danny completely out of the fucking.
Yeah.
It's too bad though.
I was just a weird combination.
Like Drew looked completely fucking. I don't give a shit. I don't want to be here.
Huh.
And Danny
That's too
trying to
bad.
be, Danny, I guess.
I didn't get that from Drew, but
You didn't? He looked like he didn't want
Not
to be there
really.
at all. At one point.
I wonder if he was there to be on Giant Bomb, or was he there to like see video games?
No, apparently it was.
no, he said
He came in.
No, he said he wasn't. Yeah, he said he actually wasn't originally planned to be there though, but he booked a trip for what was it, a wedding or party or something. He said exactly.
Okay, so yeah, I could see why Dennis would say he wouldn't want to be there because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah. And I think he called Jeff and he said, can I drop by? And he said, yeah, sure. So they
Yeah,
probably just
alright.
booked him on that couch with them.
Yeah, it was probably like
got
the one to just to have the opening there
Yeah.
rather than the other ones.
Yep.
Like you couldn't have him against with just Phil, with along with Phil Spencer now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to have him, like you just had to have one-on-one interview with Jeff in that
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, that was a weird fucking couch though. The people that were there. Like, why not Patrick Klepek and Austin Walker? They have more of a connection with Xavier Woods than the others. I don't know.
They might not
Really?
have been there at that. They might not have been there at that point.
They were there all 3 nights at the Giant Bomb thing.
Were they all
Yep.
of them?
No, not Samoa
Okay.
Joe and Xavier Woods, but Austin and Patrick were.
Okay. No, I thought they saying that they were just at the last segment there because they might not have shown up until like near the end or something.
No, apparently they were there.
But you-
They were there with the Dave Lang and the other 2.
Yeah, there's a picture like of what it actually looks like in that room, and you can see like there's several rows of seats. And
Yeah.
I saw both of them there.
Like there's a fucking bunch of people sitting down like a fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Theater.
that's for that fucking shit show.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. Some weird couch arrangements during a couple of segments.
I like John Vaniaki. I don't like Dave Lang though.
I think Adam Boyce is cool. John
Yeah, I like
John
him too.
Vignacchi is pretty cool. Dave Lang is weird. He's just fucking weird.
That's for sure.
That guy's my age.
That's
That
for sure.
fucking Dave Lang is my age.
Was that 40?
46.
Six.
He was like, I'm 46. I'm like, what? Really? Okay.
He does look like a guy's in his 40s though, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Oh, he does.
I wouldn't picture him any younger
Yeah.
than 40.
I think Jeff is 42 or 43 or something like that.
He's 42 this year, I believe. Again, the rest of them are in their 30s.
Yeah. So I guess that's it for the.
So, yeah.
Unless.
Terms of games I'm sort of take away though is I get Super Mario Odyssey all the way. I know it was announced like earlier this year.
So
but
is there
that's the
anything that was announced this year that you
one.
that's like your number one for new stuff?
I'm trying to think of a.
Probably Ori.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
That was
yeah.
announced.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
that would make sense.
Or that was
I'll
made
have to look it
official
up,
because
like-
I think it was announced before. But yeah.
Like there was a name of the leak or something was apparently leaked though, but it wasn't like officially announced.
Hmm.
But that would probably be it now.
Yeah, I can.
But I just can't think of anything else now.
I'd probably say Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein was kind of
Yeah.
leaked as well, like the name thing of it, like last year.
Yeah, they announced it last year, so
Mhm.
yeah. It was pretty much a given.
But yeah, like it's just a few games looking forward to though for the rest of the year anyway. Just have to wait and see if it's a stronger second half than the first half.
Yeah.
So I think we should end this here because it is now
Yeah.
officially 4:05 in the morning
Yeah, I'm
here.
kind of falling asleep all the
Fucking Christ. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be going to bed any minute.
Yeah.
Here, as soon as we're done.
Yeah, I need to get out. Unfortunately, I have work as well tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, later on today, I have work. I'll be at work 12 hours from now. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know when we'll be doing another episode. I'll say I'll probably do one
Yeah,
maybe
no
in
games are coming
August or.
out, so
Yeah, that's the
It's gonna
thing.
be a
There's
while.
nothing coming out, and the thing is, I'll probably only be playing the one game for the next month or so anyway. So it will be a very interesting
Stormblood?
episode. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Mhm.
If I just want to do a solo special episode of the United Game of me just talking about Final Fantasy 14 Stormblood for an hour, then be my guest.
Yeah.
But other than
Probably
that,
have Eduardo on for that.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that'll probably be the perfect one. Yeah, yeah. He says he's going to jump back onto it then once he gets back. So,
Mhm.
Too
definitely.
bad, because I would gladly get into that game, but yeah, you've heard my issues.
Yeah, your patch problems, which I really, it is also too fucking bad. Really wish you could,
Mhm.
Play it though, because it's like I said, it's my favorite MMO I've ever played. It's better than the almighty World of Warcraft. Okay, so thank you all for listening. If you made it this far, thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Derek.
Thank you.
Especially thank you, Derek, for going through each of the conferences
Yeah.
because you were going through each of them in detail. Because
No worries.
I didn't look online because I would have been winging it otherwise. So forget a lot of things, to be honest. Because some of the stuff was not too memorable to remember anyway, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, take care and we'll see you soon. Hear from you soon. Ciao. Bella.
See you next
ya.
year.